Alrighty, and with a click of a button there, we are going live. Happy Toyz, everybody. Vaughn Fake Name, what's going on? Skills One, what's going on? Nim Studios, what's going on? Lens the Rap Boy, what up? Dylan Clement, how are you? Mr. Ordinary Toys, Bliss Perceptor, Suki, how are you guys? What is up? Skills, we're going to pull you in a quick second here. I do see Inee Toyz chilling over in the chat. Worst villain ever. That is quite the nice little textile dink you just put in there. Thank you, good sir. That is your version of the Ham Sammy or a Fig Newton, depends on how you want to look at it. Boom.
Yes.
Yuckamuck, what up? Sorry. I swear it's not a weird contest where, like, for whatever reason, I'm just gonna race to beat B and just be like, I gotta say hi to everybody before B sees them. Don't forget to live chat and hit the likes. Zymic, what is going on? How are you?
Good point. Good point.
Motormouth.
Worst villain ever. What is up, dude? What's up, everybody? That Crumbs already said. Dude, Dylan Clement Titty Bean collab? What you know about that?
Well, obviously, based on the stupid look on my face, is that who did? I thought he was doing a hence the meat bagger there, but there's a Dylan Clement Titty Bean collab happening? Is it for the Mint on Card show?
No. I think it's something else. And maybe I shouldn't even have said that. That may be a Patreon thing, but I think, whatever, man. That's gonna be dope. I saw it and it's sick. It's dope, man. So it's multiple things, which is really cool. So great job there.
Master of the Beans. We definitely have a tab with you pulled up there, good sir. It's like one of the first tabs. Anybody who hasn't been over the Titty Bean page yet, though, to look at some of the work he's pumping out. Dude. That combination, I was even actually just talking about this like maybe 20 minutes ago. That combo of the paint apps with the marbling being the jackets, the paint app being all the like accessories and clothing details underneath that. Talk also what up? Really talk about what up? Eric Marshall, aka what is it? Large mini horses. I've got a tab for that pulled up as well. Boom. Tricky name though. Where are you hiding? You know what it is. Boom.
What's that?
Massive mini horse. There we go. That would be for Eric Nichols. Massive.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
I'm babbling over here.
Good. Nice.
B.
What's up, man?
I think everybody's gonna say it, dude. We had like 1 week, maybe 2 of that tasty new toy room, and now today you surprise us with some very.
I surprise you with random Verbo house in Long Beach. That's what I got. I noticed this painting over here in the corner is showing. It does say something on it. It looks like 2 hawks. So there you go. That's what I got for a background tonight. Odd little house, but cool enough. Down here, leaving first thing tomorrow morning, and should be home in time for the bootleg market tomorrow night. And speaking of Bootleg Toyco, I saw him in here. What's up, dog? That's going to be fun tomorrow night for sure.
I had to double check because even since last week, whenever you say Long Beach, and then you just said it again, and unfortunately my brain, it just hears Vince Staples every time, North Long Beach, North Long Beach. Anyways.
What is that?
You don't know Vince Staples, my guy? I'll have to hit you up with that later. You're going to be pounding that the whole way home.
Yeah. It's by like Newport Beach. Huntington Beach. It's right by Huntington Beach, just north of Huntington Beach, if you know where that is, which is.
I don't. That sounds like a snazzy place, though.
That's cool, man. It's it took me about just like maybe 6.5 to get here. Stopped one time just for a quick minute, but besides that, it's pretty much a straight shot down here, and I'm talking like fucking straight shot, bro. Like once you get on 5. Me and Kajiki were talking about this earlier, and also Terrible Toy Works, because they're both from the Bay Area, but making that drive down there, dude. If you go down to Disneyland from Northern California, you're taking 5 or 99 and you're going straight down and until you get to the mountains, the Grapevine, what they call it. It's straight. It is just straight. And this time of year, what you end up going through is a bunch of cattle farms and a few slaughterhouses. So you know what that smells like, just regular, but bro, and it's like 110 out here. Bro, that's a tough one for,
No.
Probably good 20, 30-minute stretch. You're just like, the fuck. So anyways, that's it, man. Worst villain ever. Yeah. Okay. So good point, man. So he said he will not be there this week for bootleg toy market. It'll be next month. So awesome. Right on. But bootleg Toyco will be on there. And then there's one more guy on there. So
Worst villain ever actually today, Toys on Tap. That is fresh, hot, ready for everybody to check out as well. Did you just say that? I haven't really been listening.
No, you did not say that, or I did not say that, but good point. Yeah, check out Worst Villain Ever on Toys on Tap. That is I believe that's the latest episode posted, so go check that out.
Most of you guys don't know this. This is not toy related, and I apologize so much because I've even noticed Plastic Geek was going on. There's a couple of you who normally probably aren't here tuning in the average Toys day, but because Inee Toys has such a pile of toys, you guys are kind of like, oh shit, where are my toys? Who's opening my toys? Normally, I'm always wearing big, giant, two big sweaters or multiple shirts underneath a button-up. So today, if I see one of you make fun of my cracked, tiny little wrists, you're dead.
Okay, so it must be. Is it hot over there today?
It's a little hot, a little humid. But
Okay.
yeah, my string bean chicken arms are just dangling out. Picture chicken legs, but dangling
Hey, man.
from the sockets of the
Hey,
arms.
man.
There you go.
You gotta let them loose sometimes. Carolina Cool Cat, what's up, dude? I snagged a couple of those anchor fists that he just dropped. I got my hands on one of those Jaws ones. Those are so sick, bro. That's like one of the dopest pours I've seen in a while.
Not to like, I'm not saying that like it is the case. I do feel as though Carolina Cool Cat's such a nice person that like if I were to say something like, damn dude, those Mustangs always disappear so fast, that like maybe like a Mustang could be made or something. But I mean, I don't want to speak for anybody. I don't know how these people operate, you know? I mean maybe you know how toy makers work. I don't know how toy makers work, but I think there needs to be a couple more Mustangs.
Here's what I do know. I bet if you said, hey, Carolina Cool Cat, will you make me X and I'd buy it from you? He'd be like, sure, crumbs. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, man. So hot today, King Dingus says. So yeah, I knew that you were kind of underplaying that a little bit, man. It's probably hot as balls, bro. I'll be honest with you, man. I thought it was going to be much cooler down here in Long Beach. It's still about 90, but these houses out here, like if you've been to LA, any of like kind of old school part of LA, a lot of these houses are like that Spanish stucco style, where it's like really thick stucco, lots of archways in the house and stuff like that, which is super cool. But man, bro, you get some heat in here and it just traps it in here big time. And it's literally the hottest time of the year that it'll ever be out here. I mean, the beach is 2 blocks away, dude. And I mean, it's normally in the 70s here, 60s, 70s, but anyways, still cooler than back home. That's for sure. It sounds like it's cooler than Toronto at the time as well. You can always hit me up, Crumbs. See, that a kid. Triple C in the house. There you go.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, admittedly, my tolerance is usually pretty high, but there's a little cannabis education course before this, and I may have downed 2 of those beverages, and I might feel a little fun. It's gonna be a fun night. Get Inee Toys in here. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it's anything crazy. Anybody here who also consumes understands it's not crazy, but it is pretty like,
Skilled One says that Spanish stucco makes a house a fucking pizza oven. That is correct.
You know what sucks a lot about that stucco, man? Squirrels can grip that shit like a motherfucker, and you have never ran inside as fast as you possibly can until you've seen a squirrel come whipping around the side of a stucco house. Shit, that shit'll get you, man. Just spider monkeys.
Wow, dude, I don't think our squirrels out here do that, man. We got a lot of squirrels back home, and I've never seen them run around on stucco.
Man. Oh, dude, They go flat to it. They just hold on to that little stucco rock with their tiny little claws. They just motor across that shit. They know that you open that door, they're getting nuts.
King Dingus. So King Dingus says that she is from Fountain Valley, and Fountain Valley is just south of here, which is very close. That is also where my ex-wife and her whole family is from. I know a lot of people in Fountain Valley. That's pretty cool. Nice. How about that?
Why do so many places in the States sound like some kind of a weird little place you'd go to in Disneyland?
Like Fountain Valley?
Like motherfucking Fountain Valley, or I will always make fun of it, Yosemite.
Yeah, different part of the state. There is cities like that. However, right just probably a little bit north of me, Compton. So that feels a little bit different rolling off the tongue there than Fountain Valley. But
Compton rolls off the tongue. Easy, you make
I mean,
all the time.
And it's right by Anaheim, right? Anaheim is another magical sounding place, of course, where Disneyland is. And so there's just lots of people out here kind of doing that thing. Disneyland is probably about maybe 20 minutes from me right now. So
I think the thing I love the most about whenever I hear people talk about Disneyland is they always talk about how it's just like this pulsing death orb in the sky, boiling your skin all day, and people just standing in hour-long lineups with babies. Just uncovered babies, just being like, Disneyland's fun. And that to me is just awesome. American dream. American dream.
American dream. So let me make a correction real quick. King Dingus says, not from Fountain Valley, but lived there. She's from Hemet. So understood, because I have a lot of friends from Corona. And in Corona, if you say you're from LA, it's like, nah, we're from Corona. I get it.
See, but even Hemet sounds like some kind of Disney henchman. Hemet? Where are the Goblin King and Queen, you know?
Hemet's cool, man. I like Hemet. Hemet's it's like a little surf town is what it reminds me of. Kind of reminds me of Half Moon Bay a little bit. So
Half Moon Bay, fuck's sakes. Y'all gonna pull I Need Toys. Good old Half Moon Bay, fishing's great. So anyways, I Need Toys is coming in.
Oh man.
Uncle Spank, what is up? God damn.
Whoa,
What's up, dog?
I've never seen that. I Need Toys. Fancy.
Yeah.
Playing
I
some
got my NIM Studios mask on right now.
Well, I mean, I did warn everybody that there'd be too much facial hair, and I think we're pulling through quite nicely, everybody. Congratulations,
fluffy
team.
today.
Yeah.
Nice. The NIM Studios look. I like that, man.
Yeah. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you, good sir?
Coming out the shit, so feeling better.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Did you say the shits?
That life shitting on you, getting back to normality. Yeah. Coming out the shit.
Life shitting in was terrible. I kid you not, this morning I was sitting here, I thought I had to fart, but the fart didn't feel like a fart, so I booked it to the toilet, and I didn't have toilet paper. I exploded on the toilet and didn't have toilet paper. And then when you have explosive diarrhea, dude, when you have explosive diarrhea and you're thinking to yourself, I have to venture out at some point today and try and get toilet paper, I'm a gambling man.
Amazon is for.
Nah. Psh. Luckily, I won't lie. Luckily, King Dingus has got to be really on these wipes. I had a lot of wipes. Went through a lot of wipes. But no TP.
Hey.
Well, I'm glad that your hiney is taken care of. Thanks.
I think the moral of the story is, as long as you're using something, I think is the key. So go ahead.
I had paper towel in the kitchen, but I wasn't about to try and do the old waddle with the, no.
Hey.
All toys all the time, and when not toys, big news.
The cowboy walk.
Not to mention, like, in front of my balcony here, it's literally another apartment complex across. I don't need them seeing me coming around the corner just like, do.
Dude, nobody's got a magnifying glass or a telescope looking across. Come on now. Are you sitting there half the day when you're jamming like, ooh, who's naked over there?
Sadly, no, I'm not just checking who's naked over there, but I disassociate so bad that I do just stare out the window while playing for a long time, man. I'd probably catch some weird shit. anyways, I need toys, dude. Those shelves are looking fantastic, dude.
Thank you.
I feel as though you've probably gotten so much gorgeous shit in since we last saw you.
I have a pile of shit to go through tonight. Yeah, absolutely.
May we by chance see what this weird pile looks like even before being unboxed? I'm curious, like what this fucking. You're insane.
Yes. Hey, let's talk about your displays real quick.
Sure.
While he's like
Amazon?
Yes, Amazon.
Got it. And did you put you added the lights?
Yeah, I put I put LED strips around it.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's bright as shit right now because it's like 6 o'clock. But
yeah. Nice, dude. And does that have a door on the front?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Yes. So
it's like a little strip club for your toys.
Those I don't have that one in the display room because it has a bunch of plants in them. And yeah, so anyways, I think it's the same one. Very cool.
We gotta put you on the spot here. What's so far your favorite toy that you've gotten?
Favorite one I got? Yeah. You son of a bitch.
There's only one. There's only one.
What? Okay. They're all awesome. And I have more of other people's. But that Orco from Hurt. I wanted one of those for forever. And man, homie hooked it up, and it's like the colors and everything is stupid.
Bro, here's a little extra nugget for you on that one, my friend. Me and him, and we're just talking about this the other day, is what a limited number of those that he made with a articulated head. Some he made with a magnet, some he made with a peg. But hey, I'm not bullshitting you, bro. There's probably less than like maybe 3 to 5 max of those. I don't have one of those.
The actual peg?
Oh, the peg did. So, man, it's a rare one right there. But
I think I've got big Orco.
Yes, dude, it's the Super 7, the Super 7 one. But yeah, sick.
You know, I will say there's a few people who have done that like Super Kid ice cream, but Hurt Toys has nailed that melted crayon, dude. That is his. I haven't seen anybody get that like box of sun melted crayons like that.
Dude, melted crayon, that's a good way to put that one, dude. It's like a very like 80s opaque swirl, dude. And you're right, man. When he does that one, it's dope. I know that, like, I think that dude Hellscrape has like a whole line of his shit in that colorway. So dope, man.
So you want me to start ripping into this shit? It's gonna take a while.
Let's do it, dog.
I'm curious, man. Yeah. Now, have you opened some of these to make sure they arrive safe and stuff like that, or are we going in blind?
2, because they didn't have like a name or whoever the shit they came from, right? So like I was just kind of guessing who it was or whatever. But like I know I got some titty boxes in here, stuff I've been waiting for a long time. So we'll just dive into it.
You can take this how you will. I mean, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, hopefully it's for healthy reasons. But with that beard, your face looks real thin right now, dude. Like in a good way. Like,
thanks. I've been going to the gym.
So let me announce one thing right here, man. We got like a decent number of people in here, 25. So I'm gonna say this real quick. I'll say it one more time before I log off tonight. I spoke to Plastic Vomit Customs recently, and he said what he wanted to do for all the Toys Alive viewers and Toys Alive viewers only. This is not going to be a post. There's not going to be a story. There's going to be nothing like that about this. But he is offering, I I believe it's $5 off on any figure for the entire month. So we're coming into August. When you hit them up, and if you want to order something, make sure you mention that you heard it on the show, and you will get a discount. All right. Unadvertised Toyz Live viewers only. And that is going to be probably a month-to-month thing. I'm going to check with him at the beginning of each month. But Jason, if you see this, thank you, man. Jason and Nicole, super, super cool people. If you missed the episode with them on it, you should check it out. But anyways, discount from Plastic Vomit, entire month. Mention it. And continue, sir.
Thank you. Yes. Let's see what we got here.
I'm very, very, very curious. I'll be honest with you, man.
So this looks like a box of candy.
Oh, shit, yeah. His figures have gotten insane, man. And the fact that he showed the one video, I think one of my favorite where he showed making them.
Ooh, dude, those swirls on his pores are just, aren't they pretty, dude? Ooh.
Just such a good job.
The titty marbles.
And
That's
titty.
a big gun.
I'm just gonna make piles of stuff here, and throw garbage on the ground for the rest of the day. You know how that goes. Your floor gets all fucked up.
Oh my god, dude, so much. Hey, no, is this Patreon stuff, or is this
It
all
is.
One
order
is the
stuff?
same thing.
So that's
Oh.
Vlad should not. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you get on that Patreon?
So he told me about it like 4 months ago. So I've got a few waves of his stuff now. Ooh, look at that brown little Bossack guy.
Dude, that Bosk figure might be one of my fave Tid figures in a long time, dude. That thing, yeah.
Agreed, dude. Yeah, sick.
And speaking of, here's your painted.
Gorgeous,
yes. Dude, are you in the painted tier?
Yeah, the $50 tier or whatever it is.
Yeah. So you're Ryan. That's so funny, dude.
You got my skipping tier.
That's funny, dude.
So
God,
you
I
look at
that Bosk, dude.
you look at everybody's who got that? Oh, that Ryan, son of a bitch. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That being said, did you get that fucking Angry Beast, the Rainbow Angry Beast, Inee Toyz?
The what happened?
Did you get that rainbow colored Angry Beast Brachiosaur one?
I don't think so. That might have been yours still.
No, it's sold. And B and I both are trying to figure out who the fuck got it because it's gorgeous.
Nope. I missed out on that one.
Poor Vlad. Please tell me the helmet's good.
Oh, no, they're great. I mean, it's not instant stuff.
It didn't dink there? Stop!
Stop it. Don't. There you go.
I think I play rough with my toys. Oh, baby.
And then the whole battle weapons, right?
Yeah. Dude's got to be ready for battle.
Oh, always an arsenal. Dude, that paint top.
That's
Nice.
what I'm saying. That thing's got like a day glow happening on it. Hard, homie.
Dude, Plastic Geek, what up, dude? I was putting together a 3.7 cabinet. You came across some Plastic Geek, dude. Always good.
Keep ripping in the boxes here.
Nice.
Oh, so here's one I didn't even know I had. So that's always awesome. This is one we can add to the list of people after that. The J Flow, I think it is. What's his name? He's got like that can of goods stuff. Right. But what I got is these should be like little glow nugs with little eyes on them. If I get them on camera here.
I was going to say this. Oh, damn, Daniel.
Oh, okay,
Look,
okay.
little pine cones? Those look like nugs. Where did those bad boys come from? That's not Plastic Geek, is it?
No, that's it's made by Forbes.com or _JFO.
Okay. That wasn't one of the ones that you warned us about. The
No,
GF.
so this is another one of the boxes I didn't know I had. So this is how much. That's what happens when you save shit for like 6 months.
Dude, now the underscore JFO, man, I think I have a couple pieces from them, and they're all really small pieces, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got one other. He's got a really cool website where you can build your own spray bottles.
Yes.
And it's called glow in the dark.
Yes. Because
okay,
I have
that's where you. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, I have the Godzilla where he's blowing the cloud out. Yes, and I also bought a little, like, there's a bullet with butterfly wings.
Yeah.
And then there's a little audio tape with feet. And they're both all really tiny pieces, dude.
Yeah.
Good artist, dude. Man, that's a good pull right there.
I'm gonna just lay him face down here for
I
a
was
minute.
gonna say, yeah, like, what are you doing, homie? I'm so worried about one of those masks fucking denting.
Dude, as he falls,
no, they're
he
super
says,
solid.
Says he's a fuck to stand. He's got tiny ankles.
It's all right. He'll go in one of these glass or the clear cases and stand up for forever. It doesn't matter.
Plus, that adds to that build. Like, once he mentioned that, it's almost like astronaut ninja feet.
It is.
It's an astronaut ninja feet.
Dude.
Basically, like, imagine a 7-year-old describing their favorite hero to you, and there you go. He's gonna be a vampire, and he's got ninja kicks, and he wears a spacesuit.
Yeah, dude.
You will never see it.
Yeah, wearing little karate shoes, man.
You'll never see it. But he did the fingernails, and the inside of the gauntlet has like tiny little dots on it. Psychopath. It looks so good. Cool. All right, so there's some titties and some jigs.
Nice.
I'll move all of that over and take.
It'll never get old, man. Titty Bean, thank you for making sure that not only are your toys amazing, but your brand name will be fun for all of us child-minded adults forever.
Yeah, I love your titties. Here's some Creatures of Decay. So this is what is it, Dingy Dave?
See, I wouldn't. Is that one of his sets 3? I'm not a big on the Dingy Dave slash. Like, I'm not that I'm not big. I'm not familiar enough.
Creatures of Decay is kind of like a broad name for a lot, basically like his line of stuff that he does. A lot of his stickers say Creatures of Decay. But
Is he not part of Deadbird Studios as well? Oh, those are beefy.
man, not that I know of, dude, but dude, those are great. Those are Dingy Dave?
Yep. So header card's pretty awesome. It's got a little like 3D Reaper part of it.
Now, are these resin or vinyl?
So that's Dingy Dave. This guy is solid resin, but this is one of those what was it? The glow in the dark purple, black, white pour. So like the color on that is going to be right up little crummy boy's way, but especially when it gets darker in here, he actually glows purple.
Ooh, that's a smart choice, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Glow.
Yeah, you can see it. Ooh, nice. Yeah.
I love unexpected glows. I still think glow is my favorite medium. Like reaction.
Dude, and you know what? The purple with the black too, man. That is looking way sharp.
And then he threw in looks like a little rando. I love good color on that one. This is right up BJ's alley here.
Oh, dude, you know what, man? I've got a couple other skulls from purchases like that, and they're freaking great, dude. I ended up taking the keychain out of it.
Oh yeah,
and just used it as a little display piece.
Yeah, I've got.
Now, were these in a drop, or were these from a show, or what's the deal here, dude? How'd you land these?
This one, he had a drop of like, I think 5 or 10 of them on his website one of the other days, and I just had to grab one of them as soon as it popped because glow, but like especially the fact that like the white gets that purple and the black, it killed it for me. So just like you guys said, had to be one of those ones that I got. Let me see if I can even get it to do it. A little bit.
Oh yeah, man. Nice. Dude, that single head is so dope, dude. Shit.
Yeah, I'd like to see that on a couple bodies, man. The hell is that?
It looks like an ape head almost.
Or an orc of some kind?
Yeah, yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's dope. Very nice.
This is a big old Nimmy Boy box here. I've got do that one next.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious what you're gonna have from Nim, because I know Nim's done a couple of drops, and if you're saying that you've been holding on to stuff for a while, who knows when it's come from?
Yeah. If I can get into it.
Sporizoid?
Ledger.
Christmas.
Street Fight, what's up? Yes, Fletch, you just missed some Digi Dave, man. Or it's still up there. Very sick.
Also, nice. Fletch, killer on those friggin' lava men, man. Pocket salsas he was showing there today. Fire, homie.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice, bro. Okay,
yep.
Yeah.
I actually won this from Nim, the Yeti.
Oh,
so I'll read his little awesome card later. But really cool figure. I can't believe how well his paint apps are. Like the paint on the chest and his striping is pretty fantastic in there too. Comes a little pin.
Oh, damn, that's a sharp pin too. And if anybody hasn't seen, like, you're even talking about his paint apps there. Right now in Nim's stories, he's actually, I believe he's got a gallery show coming up. So if anybody's in that area, he is quite the visual painter as well.
Yeah, he's got a fantastic, like, gallery skill, painting skills too. In fact, let me shuffle through a bunch of crap here. This is his other box.
Well, now I don't know what the hell's in there.
That Yeti is a great figure, dude. I think that Yeti figure and the look of that figure, man, I think that's something that is like super transferable, especially on like apparel. I know that he was making some shirts. I don't know if he was going to do that one or not, but I know that when I first met that guy, he had been talking about that Yeti character and kind of the world that it came from, man. And he showed me some pictures and I'm like, dude, yeah, I think some of his plans were for it to be on clothing and whatnot. Ooh, nice Sporizoid. Yeah, dude.
Got one of
I wonder if there's going to be a Sporizoid.
If you guys wanted to read the back.
Ooh, I do like the backer.
Yeah, and speaking of shirts, I believe he's making a shirt of that or made one already. But I think there is a shirt of that either out there or that is going to be out there.
Not to be a goober, is it poppable or is it sealed to that backer?
I
want to smell it.
It is poppable.
Nice. What's that guy smell like?
Rose water.
Ooh,
water.
Interesting. I was curious. Something about him, but he just screams like, "I'm gonna smell like plastic." I just want that.
8-bit Mike.
Very kind of 8-bit Mike.
In the house.
8-bit Mike helped me with something today that I am looking forward to 10 dicks.
I was gonna say, where are we going with this one? Oh,
yeah, I was waiting for that one to happen.
Yeah,
this one has got to be old because when I saw you guys in a Mock Public box, I instantly went over to his site because I was like, "What the hell does he currently have available?"
Nothing. Some of this stuff is literally like 6 months old from the last time we were on the show, and I only had like 2 or 3 things to open. I have not bought shit, or like haven't opened shit. Awesome. Cool little cards. So like this is literally months old.
And it's the first time you opened it?
Yeah. Literally.
Damn.
But I knew who it was from, so
that's some restraint.
That's what I was thinking, man. That is definite restraint.
Yeah.
Cool little glow brain with multiple colors.
Oh, that is dope. Little Krang right there.
That's a gorgeous pour on that one.
Yeah, that's sick.
And that does look like a Krang.
It does, huh?
Or is it a Krang?
Yeah. So he threw in a little skull here. I don't think it'll stand, but I'll hold it anyway.
That is
those are great.
Radiation skunk ape. Hot damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the 8, huh, dude? Those are sick, man.
So
I love that little piece.
and of course they're gonna do their thing. But yeah, awesome little skunk ape on this guy too. But I like getting a little pieces to fill in. So like these boxes usually only fit like 2 3.75 figures without like cramming a bunch of shit in there. So you can fill the little guys in front or whatever else, and you know, mix the colors. You know.
That's what I always put in my DMs when I apply for orgies. I'm pretty small. I'll fit right on in there. Between all the.
Yeah, I can fit between everybody. It's fine.
You won't even know I'm there. It's just
sandwich me in somewhere. I can go, coach.
I can fit me in, coach.
Oh man, dude, that skunk ape is dope though, man. I have one where just the face glows, but as far as like a little minifig, yeah, dude, great little minifig. Love the pose on it. That thing looks like it's got so much glow in it that it kind of drowns out the detail in the face. But it is a really cool little piece. Gray skulls, yeah, that's what I'm saying. No way I could wait that long. Sometimes I'll open it and then put it right back in the box, but I mean, I gotta know what's in there.
Yeah, like this one I didn't know who it was from, and was one of the ones where we can update later. But it was a junk core of one of the gonks. And so I've got.
Oh, dope. And who's that from?
Give me 2 seconds and I can find that out for you here.
Oh, Crimson Gardorial or whatever. Crimson.
Yeah. Crimson Guard Immoral.
There, thank you.
Yeah, dude, I got a lot of that dude's stuff. Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly who that is.
Yeah.
I unfortunately, for the life of me, could not get that fucking name out there, man.
It's a tough one. It's a long one. But great artist, dude. I love that dude.
That one almost looks like it's like a flashing filled dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need Toyz, man. That room must look glorious at night when you turn off the light.
So what's hilarious is we lost power, like had a brownout for like an hour, like 2 nights ago. Everything dead quiet, fucking shut off. So you go check to see if there's a fuse or switch or anything else. This room was like radiating lightning, glowing of different colors and everything. It was awesome as soon as I came out. Like no street lights, no city lights, no neighbors, no nothing, just a wall full of cancer. So good.
You go,
bro, it was like
3 hours.
It was like all of our rooms in like fucking 1995, right? Fucking blacklight posters
Black
everywhere and
glow.
shit. Yep. Hell yeah. You drive by somebody's house, you see that purple glow, you're just like, oh yeah, what's up, man?
So, homie.
I know what's going on in there.
There's the this another one for you.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, what up?
Right on. Good one, dude.
Hit me up on Instagram too, trying to figure out if I was going to shit talk at Toyz or not. I said no. I'm just saying, look at this awesome shit that I bought. I don't
think we've ever shit on a toy shown here. We have definitely not known what the fuck we're looking at, and openly admitted that.
I'm the dumb shit. This is not dumb shit. This is the dumb shit. Big difference.
Rulio, no, they came out just recently with a clear version of that, which was the first one. No, I'm sorry, there was a figure before that. But dude, it seemed like it started off pretty slow, and then just bam, 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 dude, these glowing ones are coming out, and that one looks clean and sick, all in the same.
That's a good color combo on that one too, man. I'm not really a big orange and green fan, but I know that you like your glow. That's gonna glow hard.
So this was one of his, or their, excuse me. I'm not sure. One of their mixed ones, but to be honest, I like the miscast, fucked up mixed. Like I like that kind of stuff. So I'd rather have this version of something than a regular. So that'll look awesome in the shelf of just colors. But it is all really good figure.
Bro, you know what that piece reminds me of? That piece reminds me of wax candy, bro. Like those wax candy sodas.
Yeah, the soda ones you like actually bite the top off of and drink inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we all agree though that the true G's eat the whole fucking bottle? Only the wimps bite the top off and spit it. Everyone else, you just chew that wax.
You just chew it and spit it out in like 8 seconds because it dies of flavor. Yeah.
100%. I mean, if you're not doing that, like, I
Good
mean,
shit.
that's what those things are for.
We're
Yeah,
about
dude.
halfway through, so sorry for wasting the time, but here we go.
No, you're not wasting any time at all. Dude, if anything, I told B because B was like, hey, I'm gonna have to try and dip out of here a little bit before like where I normally would. And I was like, that's okay. We both know that even if we're talking, I need Toys. Is just gonna keep ripping open box after box, going, check this out.
Here's something else that's cool.
That's how she go, man.
So
I am
that's
gonna-
imitation vomit. So that's the teased stuff.
Oh, nice.
And since
Took your
I've
brain a
never
second
been-
too, right?
What's that?
Took my brain a second to put that together. Did it take your brain a second as well, B?
Yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, and then I said, oh, that art looks familiar. And then I looked and I said, vomit. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
So I have not been able to get my hands on it. So might as well get a homemade version of it and the mixed drizzle bears awesomeness. And of course,
Gorgeous colors on those, man.
active. Yeah, he did
Yes. That purple and orange, dude. I agree, Crumbs. That shit is dope.
And the top,
What?
the orange is actually like a metallic sparkly, and the purple has like a nice shimmer sheen to it too. Good little split bears.
Reminds me of the two like crush flavors, man. Orange soda
Yeah.
crush.
There you go.
The grape and orange.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You know what, dude? I like how they're a pair and those colors are flip-flop too. That's sick. Very nice.
Very difficult pour, man. Like, the reality is, it's very easy to look at that and just be like, yeah, whatever. But like, I'll admit, I would have been so fucking annoyed and pissed off trying to balance something over top of the mold like that to like get them to fuse. Fuck off.
Pain in the dick.
Here's a question for Pocket Salsa. Is that mold, is that from an eraser? I think I might have that. It looks familiar, but I think that might be an eraser.
Yo, that Ewok?
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out that Ewok too. That's a gorgeous sculpt, man. I don't know what that fucking Ewok is, but I like it.
That
It's
knockoff
sick.
Kenner ones. What is it?
I don't know, man. I mean, I thought I have an eraser, and actually, you know, the eraser that I have might even be a little bit bigger than that. But it had that same kind of pose and stance. I know that.
Two-handed erasers? The hell is going on over there in Cali?
Lots of fuck ups. That's what's going on. You know how public schools be. Play school Ewoks.
Look at this guy just firing through them. What is it? What are you ripping into now?
Baba
I said
Drock.
it's from-
Oh shit! Yeah, Kid Vid.
Kid Vid, Baba Drock.
Yes.
Awesome little color pour on that guy.
Very nice. Kid Vid, bro. Damn.
Well, now I have to look at it. Is it Kid Vid or Kid Viz? Ooh.
Vid, right? VAD.
Yeah, the ID,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, okay.
Oh man, love those stickers, dude.
The MTV Drock stick.
Did you see the new sticker that he had, dude? It's a pressure pot with that sticker on it.
Oh, fuck off.
No, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
What's awesome about his little magnet pieces
Yeah.
is these, because you use screws to hang them, put the magnet against the screw face, and then it's a glowing back or reactive piece to those too if you have them. So thanks, Drock. Those are great. What's this one? This is Basement Puke.
Mm.
So I got one of his Derek.
Glow in the dark Derek.
Yeah, I like the little slimy boys. It's a great size, like, and awesome little sculpt on these guys.
Love those, dude. Those things have been getting a lot of love on the show in the last probably 2-3 weeks, man. They're fucking great, dude, for $15.
Yeah, if you didn't buy one, you're dumb. I'm sorry.
Bro, you cannot go wrong. You absolutely cannot go wrong. That slimy look, dude, 100%. It's got that vinyl, the size, dude. Love it. I know you dig it, Crumbs.
Oh, yeah, that Derek sculpt is sick as hell, man. There's something about it that's just cute as a button.
Oh, he's just a cute little goober. He's like a big glowing booger.
There's something about it, man. He's got a fun little face, even though there's no face there.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of there's some Plastic Geek for you.
Yes, dude. And those are the figures I was talking about. I found a couple old school Cybernauts that I put it, but he also said he misses the Burger King figures. Yes, I agree. That's where the Kid Vid came from. Cybernauts, dude. So many good ones in that line, dude.
Sorry, I don't care. I don't like packaging. I'll keep the header cards. Your header card art is awesome.
No, I feel that, dude. But also, I'm curious because is that one of those ones where the arms are socketed, but they're socketed in like a semi-rigid resin, and then the body is more of a rigid? Or maybe I've got it backwards.
So body's super hard.
Yeah.
And the arms are all rubbery and legs are all rubbery.
Fuck yeah. Yo, Plastic Geek, man, that is genius shit, dude. Honestly, that is some smart fucking shit, making your nubbins rubbery like that. I love that. That is so sick.
And then awesome extra heads.
Yes, dude.
Wow.
Yes. I was gonna say, dude, that's one thing that I super dig about those figures is that the extra heads that it always comes with. Dude, great 3.75, dude. I'm a sucker for those.
That's a tight fig. You know, I'll admit, man, like there's certain toys that I haven't handled, and I do definitely rely on like other makers in the scene when they've handled those a lot. And like that one comes from really high praise from Death and Strawberries, and I know how much he gives a shit about like the craftsmanship of a figure. So like, damn, dude, I hope that you have a lot of fun with that guy.
Even Plastic Geek goes, oh damn, it's from a while ago.
Yeah, homie, I get that. I've been saving them for a while.
Oh, look at your cute little Glyos guy sitting there. Look at the wee little Glyos.
So this harkens back a little bit further back, not so much glow stuff, but I've collected Glyos for a long ass time.
Yo, I was on the O'Neill site recently, homie. No word of a lie, because I wanted one of the extension packs. It was gonna be $3. Guess the shipping. I dare anybody in the room to try and guess the shipping from O'Neill to Canada.
$3.
B.
Well, I'm assuming you didn't get it, so I'm
Hell
gonna say 20.
40.
Jesus.
For a $3 Glyos pack. I was like, not happening. Not happening, O'Neill. Thank you, but not happening.
That's excessive, bro.
Next time tell me and I'll just send it to you for free. This
bro,
is
straight
the
up,
original sculpts. If I can even get it to do it right. But that figure itself, they've had limited release probably like 15 years ago as a con exclusive, and it isn't until literally last month when they started releasing him out where you could get like him in bulk now. So it's interesting to see as I knock them all over. But he's all soft because it's hot as shit right now.
Yeah. Yo, so with you being somebody who's actually collected Glyos for quite a long time, because you've got two different scales there even in Glyos figures, and I know like B and I don't really know tons about Glyos besides maybe Healy made. Some of the dudes have started introducing Glyos articulation.
Yeah.
But like, what two sizings would you say you have there? Like a 1-inch and a 3-inch?
So Glyos in general, it spans the gamut, I would say. So like, this is another one of their figures where
that's straight just Glyos.
Yeah, so it's all adjustable. It's not Glyos pegs. It's still the Glyos universe, but this is like a Sobo Fubi soft vinyl figure. But you'd say that he's probably 4 inches. This is on the taller end. For the people that have like, here's your, this will be, say no. So like, there's a 3.75 Healy, 3.75-ish, but this is one of the taller-esque figures in a sense of like, do I even have other ones over here? Yeah. So here is There's a Stuck Lord version from like 2008. You can see he's like maybe 3. So this is probably closer to where most of the figures are, but since they're all poppable joints, you could build shit, you know, like 10 inches, 15 inches, spend $200 on it, do whatever you want, really.
So I guess that's what I even find intriguing is like realistically the pegs remain the same regardless of the sizes of the characters. And that's probably, I guess, the playability of Onell that everybody loves.
Yeah, so that you can get obviously Carolina Cool Cat, right? You can get his pieces. I can go throw him on this piece that's 15 years old. I mean, snap it all apart. Who gives a shit? I mean, it's the same idea that everybody's doing with the magnets these days for like what, One Trick Pony and all the homies that are doing, you know, their
like the
figures.
LM9 protocol, like the
the magnet articulation, all of it's interchangeable. Glyos is the exact same thing. It's just that system. So
one of these days we're gonna have to get you to pull your full like bam of the Glyos and just start showing us the freaking.
Dude, look at that! Look at that black and white toxic fumes piece he just dropped down there. Jeez.
I know, like it wasn't nothing. Yo, I don't even mean to be that guy, man. And like, I'm not even somebody who's normally like a very nationalistic person, but I do love like the Toronto homies. I'm sorry, like I know some of like the BC homies as well. Like Von Fake Names in the chat. Like I know he's on some of the shelves of the homies. But I do love that LM9, Toxic Fumes Toys, Angry Beast. Like they are like they're dope makers, man. Like they are good fucking makers, and it's sick to see like them.
Dylan Clement, that's another Canadian, bro. I mean, you guys. I mean, yes, agreed.
It oddly just feels nice every now and then to see that like we're like, and I'm sure Titty feels the same way when like he goes into the fucking Dollhouse gallery and sees all the Aussie makers there and kind of feels for a second like, oh hell yeah, there's some really talented dudes here like competing on the world stage of art. Sick. Not that it's a competition.
And dude, and way more, I think way more in Australia than we probably all realized that are outside of Australia, right? When we talked to KO Toys last week, and he was talking about they had an all Australian show, and there was 60 plus artists in there just from Australia. Holy shiz, dude. Look at this guy.
I love how he's doing exactly what we said he was gonna do. I love you to death. We had you pegged, homie. We read you like a book coming into this. We were like, he's just gonna rip into them like a fiend, and they're gonna pile up on the desk, and like that's just how it's be.
And we also said, and we'd be talking about other shit, and then we'd be like, oh yeah, so
that guy's still going. Hey, yeah, what do you find now?
Dude, what a great haul, man.
But yeah, Bliss Perceptor, you actually nailed it, man. Frenetic Toys too, same thing. Frenetic Toys out in that out west area, the BC area. That dude's killer, man. I would say Frenetic Toys is a prime example of where like OCD levels can be good. Like, man, watching him put those fucking pins through those stupid tiny little balls on those
the robots. Yeah.
I need toys, man. What a little pile you have over there.
There you go, guys.
Nice.
That's all your new stuff there.
You just unboxed everything like a fiend.
I think I crackheaded all of it. Yeah, that's it.
Now let me ask you something, bro, because this is a problem that I have every time I do this.
Yeah.
Show's over. You're sitting there with all this new shit in front of you. Where are you going to put it?
So I have an actual good answer for you.
Look at this guy. You're fucking set, bro. I already see. Look at this shit.
If I can turn it, there you go. I have 2 empties to actually fill up here.
That's at least 3 weeks of space right there. At least.
The shit I got will probably fill up half of one of these, if not more.
Yeah.
But like after I take a picture or whatever, I'll spend time sorting it, and like a lot of these ones that are in these will probably get moved over and whatever. Yep.
Dude, I'm looking at those shells, bro. Look at that. I see a porpoise on the very, very top there, bro. The long neck dinosaur up there. Yeah, yeah. What's that all yellow piece on the top to your right?
This is something that I'm going to recast. It's a highlighter from Wendy's, but it's like 3.4 inch, 4 inches, and it's like perfect slimy boy size. And the funny thing is, this thing glows stupid green just with the UV, so I put it up there anyways.
Dude, that's super sick, dude. That's a highlighter from Wendy's.
Yes, from.
Is there a face on that? And are those supposed to be arms, or that's just a thing?
It's from a series, so there's like 5 of them, but this is the only one I like. It looks from '89, but yeah, he's got a little derpy face on him, which I really like, and he's just got like 2 little slimy, droopy arms on him, and then he just goes thick slime boy at the bottom.
That's dope, man. You could even sculpt on top of that and make something even fucking different. That's sick, dude. You said '89, huh?
Yep.
Is that something that you had, or is that something that you went out and found?
I saw somebody selling one of them a long time ago, so then I had to do you guys were talking about the whatever. Mercari, whatever. I can't say the fucking word.
Mercari, yeah.
Mercari, thank you. So I was like, scan, bye, fuck you. So
yeah, for sure. Nice.
What else do you want me to pull down? Anything else?
Oh, bro. I'm just kind of
only
taking
because
it all
we're
in.
on food stuff for a second. So normally I've got a rule of thumb that I will not grab McDonald's or Burger King toys. I know there's some great Burger King and McDonald's toys out there, but generally speaking, there's so fucking many of them, especially when you're going bin digging. I get over it. Now I came across these guys and they did not say McDonald's on them, so of course I fell prey to it. And once I saw them, I needed all of them. And when we're talking about like Glyos and shit, check these guys out, man. A bunch of these dudes, for some reason, have these little pegs and these little holes, and they're just fun as hell. They come in all these little colors, just a big old bag of these things with all these weird little like clip-in parts that you can just like.
Those remind me of, what was it, Ants, ANTZ, from like the 70s or 80s, the little together body, legs and shit, and build them how you want.
Good one. Absolutely, dude. Good one.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, look at the goofy faces on little bastards though too. That's cool.
Oh, dude.
Colors are awesome.
Mm.
See, but now you're hooked. But you can get like 5 more of those and do more dumb shit with them, right?
Oh, I literally want everything that possibly can attach to these guys possible. I want to somehow just have them crawling everywhere. And yeah, they're UV too. Let's talk about that for a second. How fucking dope is it when you find an old retro toy and for some reason it's glowing or it's UV? Oh, that's some gold.
The bonus features to it, absolutely.
Dude, always a nice little pleasant surprise. Ah, toys, man. Motherfucking toys, dude.
Yes. Dookie, what's up, man? Didn't see you in here. Bliss, what's going on, dude?
Yeah. So anything else you want me to point out, or you just want to drop kick me out of here whenever?
Oh, we're not drop kicking you out of here because B's gonna drop kick out of here. So whether you like it or not, you're sticking around with me tonight while we go through tabs. You've got a night out.
Or you point out more shit for me to buy. Good, thanks. Okay.
Yeah,
bro, that sounded like a punishment right there. You're sticking around so you can go through so we can go through tabs. You like that?
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
Did you say those things that you had right there? Did you say those were from McDonald's, but they didn't have a stamp on them?
They didn't have Isn't that mind-boggling too? They're called bangles, but
is
no
that
McDonald's stamp.
Is that new or is that old? Or do you even know?
1996 Mattel.
Oh, so that's older. Wow.
I couldn't have known, man. I couldn't have known. They got me. And there's so many of them.
Well, okay, so realistically, bro, how old were you in 96?
6 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, dude. But Carolina Cool Cat wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, so, very, very true. I'm just saying that, like, I think for the majority of us, we weren't getting Happy Meals when, in 96, bro, I was a senior in high school, You know what
I
I
wasn't
mean?
getting Happy Meals ever. Do you know how much it sucks for a vegetarian to try and hit up McDonald's, dude? Like, come on. McFlurry and fries?
Have you been a
Mmm.
vegetarian your whole life?
I was 4 years old. My parents weren't vegetarian or anything. I shit you not. This is all I remember of it. Mondays, my father would be off. It'd be chicken Mondays. I'm sitting there looking at my chicken. For some reason, I start crying. The parents are like, "Why are you crying?" I said, "I feel bad for the chickens." Boom. Just how she goes, dude.
Just like that, huh?
Yep. Just felt bad
Hey,
for the old chickens, man. There was just something weird about it. I guess there's something about staring at a slab of meat, and it's really easy for my brain to like literally
Don't.
place it on the animal. And like, I'll admit, dudes, like once you've owned a pig too, good look like
mm,
their skin looks like almost all red meat. Almost all meat, those slabs of like steak, any of that stuff. It has that like dried earth pattern that like they have on it's fucked, man. Fuck that.
It's because they are meat and some are pets, and that's why. So
Well,
yeah,
I guess in our universe.
and yes, in our fucked up universe.
Suki, dude, yo, I don't talk about it too much, but you're right, man. Not sure we had vegetarians in 96. It was weird, guys. I shit you not. My father looked at me in grade one and said, "I'm not packing your lunch for you anymore. You're too picky." My mother would literally tell me, like, "I'm not making a separate spaghetti sauce for you. You can have pasta and pick around it." Like, there was no weird alternatives for vegetarians. Like, you kind of starved.
did you just say pasta?
I shit you not, man. I was even talking to King Ding about this the other day because they just rolled their eyes, being like, "No fucking way." My mother would be like, "Oh, sorry, I can't separate the ground beef from the sauce, but there's pasta there." So you're like a grade one, maybe grade two, being kind of like, "Okay, I guess I'm making my own dinners, I'm making my own lunches, yeah, dude." Vegetarians in 96 didn't exist. When I saw that Simpsons episode, like I bet even if you looked it up, that Simpsons episode where Lisa turns vegetarian, that would have probably been like 97. If I
That,
turned vegetarian in SK, I would have been like 1994. So like there wasn't
meat,
other people doing
don't
that.
eat me. Yeah,
Well, see, Worsville never says grilled cheese and cheese pizza, right? Unless you're like super hardcore. Now, is that vegan where you're not eating any dairy products at all? There is a difference between vegan and vegetarian, correct? Or am I
Yeah,
fucking way off
I
base?
think Zymo's actually straight up vegan. Like I believe that Zymo Co is actually straight vegan. Unfortunately, I cannot give up cheese pizza or candy bars.
candy bars. Yep.
They are their life.
Hey, if you had to choose two things, those would be great choices right there.
I'm sure there's a
Yeah.
lot of other things I don't even think about, but
Yeah. Wait
Yuck
till your
'em up.
lactose intolerance takes pizza from you, you son of a bitch.
Yuckamuk says you don't win friends with salad. Worthviller, the world said fuck you if you were a vegan in 96. Yeah, that's true, man. You know, Kurt was a vegan for a long time, man, and it's because his dad was a butcher and they had meat like every single night, and he just got sick of it, man. And he went vegan for years and years. Didn't take. There you go.
Back on the meat train.
Back on it, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm really glad Dre Azays of all people just said that. I'm kind of astonished. I asked B about this the one day, and he was like, "Huh, I never thought about that. Is it pasta or pasta?"
The second one.
I'm more of a pie guy myself.
You straight up said pasta.
Yeah, it kind of rhymes with ass. Pass.
He's
Pasta.
pasta.
I pass my ta, and you guys
That's what it
paw
sounds
your
like.
sta.
PASSTA. Pasta.
Plastic geek. Well, is it plastic or is it plastic? Assholes.
It's not aluminium. It's aluminum, dickhead.
Aluminium. Dude, I saw a video the other day where this lady, she was in, I think it was England or something. Bro, instead of microwave, she straight up said microwave. Microwave.
Instead
I'm
of
like,
trilogy,
damn,
triology.
that
Triology
is
is my favorite. anytime somebody adds a whole letter they didn't even see there, it's like, yo, slow down there, homie. Just come on, you're adding a whole.
But you're right, Ryan. Aluminium. That's another one, dude. Right? Aluminium. Anyways.
What is he doing over here? I like how he's just building a little army. We're just kind
He's
of
just setting it all up.
Yep.
Holy shit, man. Well, fuck. B to the J, man. I know you're not going to be hanging around too much longer here this evening. I want to make sure that we get anything that you've got up your sleeve out of the way before you go running off tonight.
Man, I got nothing, man. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm leaving here tomorrow morning. I will be back. I do know that next week we have Killer Kawaii crew on the show talking about their charity, their ocean charity that they're doing. They also have a live that they do. If you haven't seen that, check that out. They're really good. So Killer Kawaii crew next week. We do have a giveaway for this week. The E2K gift card is going to be the giveaway for this week. So that's it. Yeah, man. And that's all I got.
I like how you lingered on the E2K gift card. You really held it out there. Held everybody in suspense for a moment.
I know it's a consistent one that we do, but and honestly, man, I'm not home, and so I don't have anything in front of me. We have plenty of giveaways right now. Next week we'll do something nice. Maybe we'll do a package next week, or maybe multiples. Maybe we'll do multiples next week.
I love the idea of the 2K gift card. It just makes a lot of sense in my opinion. It saves the postal service getting 3 or 4 transactions.
Yeah, a couple other things I want to say. Number one, Bootleg Toy Market tomorrow night. Make sure you check that out. That's going to be a good one. Also, congrats to Titty and the Mint on Card show. That is starting very, very soon. So make sure you check that out.
Yeah, that's in like 6 hours. I was trying to do the math of that earlier.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's so trippy here. We're on the 27th at 10:07 p.m., but they're on the 28th, and they're like 15 hours ahead. And so it's 6 p.m. that they're doing the live show. So it's, I don't know if anybody's going to. I kind of want to stay up for the live, man, because I'm not going to lie. Titty was nice enough
earlier. You're going to be up at like 3 in the morning.
I was up till 4 in the morning last Thursday, man. Sometimes Toyz days just go that way. Narcolepsy is a hell of a thing. Sleep all fucking afternoon, stay awake all goddamn day, or opposite sometimes. But no, he was showing me pictures of that room, man, and I don't know about you guys, but like a picture doesn't really do it justice, and I know that they're potentially going to be doing a live, and I don't know, I can't be there for the live. It'd be kind of nice to just see everybody kind of funnel in, see the crew, see some of these dudes. There's 60 artists that are part of the This Is Not a Toy Store that I'm familiar with, maybe 5. If I could try and count out like how many I know for a fact, I probably looked up their pages, maybe 5, man. This is now like on top of like maybe those 60 artists coming through to check out the gallery if they're free that night. There's also going to be all this work we haven't seen yet. It's all going to be going live as we're asleep. So of course I kind of want to stay up and just see. And it doesn't even matter if we can't buy it.
You want to catch Santa coming down the chimney. It's okay.
It's that participation. Call it the autism in me. I want to be there.
Dude, and the pieces that I've seen so far are just, I mean, shit, dude. I don't know if you're going to look at any of those tonight, but like that Lab 9, I mean, that's just stupid good. Everything that I've seen is just like, what the hell, man? I'm so glad that they're bringing in all these people from around the world to do that show, man. What a cool place to be, right? Can you imagine just being there and just kind of walking in on that and being like, holy shiz?
You know what I also thought about is when all these artists were sending their pieces over there, and I don't know if this is the case, but I would hope that some of them would have maybe even like tossed in a couple extras or something like that, because like, why not have your work down there? Like I haven't noticed Titty suddenly this week ended up grabbing some General Porpoise and some One Trick, and it was hard not to be like, did those get managed to find their way into a box that was going with some artwork that was going there? And so now it's not as though you're stuck paying that stupid fucking astronomical shipping fee of $40, $50 multiple times. If they were already sending a piece for the show, you can maybe slide a piece in there.
There you go, man. Yeah, E2K party tomorrow night at 6. What's that about? Worst villain ever? Let us know what that's going on. Yes, bro, the fucking cicada. That's what I'm talking about. That's a start your Kickstarter type level figure. Yeah, dude. And what I really liked about that one too was that he put a picture of, you know, some like Nature magazine or book or something, a picture of that kind of same type of color in there. But I mean, what a sick piece, dude. That is so damn sick. Yeah, there you go. Pocket Salsa said he threw in extras for Titty and KO. Pocket Salsa, late entry into that one, but very cool, man.
I made sure to pull up a tab for that. Yeah, I agree, man. Really cool to see that late entry into there, man. Slide right on in.
Yeah.
And Pocket Salsa's got a psychedelic toy show coming up soon as well, man.
Oh, that's right, bro. August 17th. So Thursday, August 17th. So here's the next 3 weeks for you, right? So Killer Kawaii Crew, boom, next week. Next week, we're going to do a tour of my new display room, ta-da. And then after that, we're going to do the psychedelic show, boom. And then after that, I think maybe Simi and Cheese, ding. And then after that, I think I have something very special for you. We haven't talked about it yet, but we will. That's all I got to say.
I don't know what I'm more excited about. Your room walkthrough with all the craziness, especially all the crap you've had stuck in boxes and finally get to breathe out, or all the boys in the psychedelic show?
Well, a lot of the stuff that I had you've seen already. The psychedelic show is going to be something. It's going to be off the chain, dude. I know what Hurt is making, and I cannot wait for him to show that thing. I think it's a fucking...
Mr. Salsa has me in the group in the previews that some of the people have been having are some of the best shit I've ever seen. Straight up shit.
Are you putting something out for the psychedelic show?
So I wanted to. I didn't get any of my shit in time, so I don't think I'll have something, but I'll still be making something. So it'll be based off of funny enough, Burger King thing, but he's like 3.75 perfect height. So
yo, what's that hand you just put there?
He's the thing from Adam's Family, but he's like a perfect hand shape, and he's 3.75 on the dot. So he'll fit in.
Damn.
Once I tweak him a little bit more, like I'm starting to fill in the pieces and I'll get rid of it. He's a fucking flashlight out of it. But
is it rubber? Like,
no, it's like back plastic, 2 pieces, and then it's got a little light switch on it. But I'm gonna get rid of most of that, make it.
You know what, dude? I've seen a lot of people use stuff like that before and have to take like switches or something out, something that's sticking out of the plastic, and then have to fill it back in, dude. And it's definitely a lot more. I mean, I was originally thinking, well, you just fill that in, but you got to fill it in, but then you also got to kind of mold it to that same texture that the rest of the piece is, right? To make sure that it looks all seamless. So, dude, that's dope. That's a great scale on that. 3.75 on that.
Yeah, it's like, so there's the Boston.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
straight up, dude.
3.75. So that'd be awesome. But I have other stuff planned for it, obviously, Glowy Boy. But I figured out that if you do the cheapo like 5-minute plastic, it's so easy to sand and smooth off of. And then if you clear coat all of it, it's going to be the same consistency anyway to be perfectly glass. So it doesn't matter how much.
Nice.
But funny enough, the Cousin It figure looks hilariously awesome too. So I might do something with him.
Yo, yeah. Yeah. If you don't swamp that, you're missing a huge opportunity, in my opinion.
Yeah, I figured you would say something like that. Yes.
Everything is a swamp. That's basically how my brain works, apparently. Sorry, bog mode.
Bob, what's up, dude? Just saw him come in. Oh, hey, here, I'm going to mention one more thing. One more thing before I go. And when I originally thought about this, I thought that Crumbs has no interest in this at all. I will mention it on the show because it has to do with sports, and especially American sports. So I'm like, this guy's going to tune out when I talk about this. So everybody, if you are interested in joining a Toys Alive Fantasy Football League, hit me up. Let me know. So we are trying to get somewhere between 10 and 12. I got 3 right now. All right. Myself, Goblin Mob, Vomiting Droids. If anybody wants to play, and we're playing for toys, all right? We're not playing for money this year, or we might do a combo, but we're definitely playing for toys. I know that there's going to be a lot of makers in there, hopefully. So if anybody's interested in fantasy football, hit me up and we will get it going. Online draft, probably end of August-ish. That's it. No more fantasy football talk, Crumbs. Continue on.
Before you take off, 1 second here.
Yes. Uh-oh. What's this? What's this? This looks like a treat.
As long as his pants stay on.
Ooh, pocket salsa. Yes, yes, yes. All right, bro, you're in. Got you down. Yes, with fantasy football, bunch of fucking nerds.
Oh, jeez. Dude, the moment you said that, I started killing myself laughing. Toys Alive fantasy football. Oh, shit, boys.
Oh, bro, it's going to be sick. It's going to be sick.
So,
what you got, dog?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Check this shit out. But the reality is that I'm a weirdo. So, when I get uncomfortable, you know how in, you probably won't, Pokemon, you know, the fucking harden and just, yeah. That's what I do. The more uncomfortable I get, the more I just shell in. So I haven't even messaged the maker that this is coming in, but slowly but surely, I'm going to do a check out this shit, and then I'll message the maker, because I'll be forced to, because they're going to see it on here and be like, hey, I saw you got that shit, so fuck you. And I'll be like, yeah, fuck. So, Terrible Toy Works did this fucking nuts piece called Because. B's got one. They ended up giving us one for a giveaway as well. What I think is really, really sick about that, and I swear it wasn't a rigged thing, you can go back and you can watch that giveaway. But one of my best friends, I've probably known them since like grade 3 or grade 4. They watched the Toys Alive as well, and they ended up actually grabbing they got the other Toys Alive Terrible Toy Works piece. Of course, it ends up actually glowing. It's in the pink and the blue with some gold eyes and a gold grave there. And yeah, man, fantastic, gorgeous color combo. And you know, beautiful sculpts, man. I know they've mentioned they do all their sculpts like on the 3D, and that he's very meticulous about the castings. So he casts like the hands as individual pieces, casts the faces as individual pieces, and I would imagine that that's so that way they can have versatility and be able to alter those out, switch them out, and do different effects for different characters they're doing, man. And as anybody who would notice with the new set, they do try and switch out the graves on them and do a different tombstone for each one of those as well, man. So a lot of care and a lot of work into those pieces there.
Did you get one of the little dudes too?
No, just that was something from a little bit earlier, man.
That is dope, dude. I love the colors on there. And you're right, yourself and myself got one of those. And you know what, dude? I think even beyond that, it's a cool, Terrible Toy Works piece, dude. That was at a very critical time in the show. You know, in the history of the show, I think what we're going to look back on and be like, damn, bro, that's probably the closest we've ever come to just kind of shutting it down. You know what I mean? Just be like, this was a rough one. And maybe we're not coming back from this one. I think there was, you know, I think you and I really both had that thought there for a minute. Luckily, it went away. It expired pretty quick. But, you know, we talked about why we do the show, and that's kind of what that piece symbolizes, man. And that was a very thoughtful and it's a very meaningful gift from Terrible Toy Works. Besides the fact that it's just fucking incredible, crazy good work, right? Like, holy shit, bro. Like, there's nothing else out there that's on that level as far as what that is. Dope, dude. I know that he's got a sick ass piece. I think you've seen it too for the Mint on Card show. That's super sick, dude. I know that there's another figure drop right around the corner that people are going to go fucking bonkers over. It's going to sell out for sure. But yeah, dude, didn't want to steal the thunder on your piece there, but it's a very meaningful piece. Yeah.
You didn't steal the thunder there, man. If anything, in my opinion, like the reality is that a lot of what we do here, whether you guys know it or not, is driven by a B. Like, B is like, he's a solid, optimistic, all the time kind of dude. Whereas the reality is that I'm naturally not somebody who gravitates more towards that side of things. I'm not typically somebody who's going to just be like, sunshine and roses all the time, right? So it really is driven by B and his passion of wanting to show up here every week. And when people were asking around that time of like, well, what's going on at the show? It was like, that's up to B. Because at the end of the day, like, I can do weird licking my toy unboxings if I really fucking want to still, or I can just keep buying toys if I want to. But coming here, showing up here, doing this for 2-3 hours, a lot of that, like, it's lovely having you guys in the chat, but it would be boring as fuck if it was just me.
Well, and you know, I think it's worst villain ever hit on it. It was the G.I. Joe show. But it had nothing to do with the show in particular, that the G.I. Joe show. That was actually a great show, man. There was some really cool shit in that show. It just had to do with, I feel like, you know, I don't want to say that we let people down. It just, that show didn't feel like it went the way that it should have. And like the kind of
on just so many levels.
Yeah, I think
the mess.
Yeah, and the backlash, bro, was just I think deep down for me, it was like a little bit, I don't want to say it was embarrassing, but to not be able to deliver on something that means so much to you and I, like, I think that was the main problem that I had with it, is that we didn't convey the message of, hey, this is dope shit, man. It's G.I. Joe, and we're both not really into G.I. Joe, but there's dope fucking work here, regardless of what it is. And I think that's what hurt the most, man. But we're over it. Moving on, and we came out of it alive, man. Here we are.
You're still fucking crushing it. Thanks for being here still. Let me interject and speak for the entire chat and saying, love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. We love you more.
Dude, that pile right there on Inee's desk is insane, though. And you were asking him earlier what the plan is when he's done. I don't know about you guys, but there's definitely times where it's like you're finished the live, you've got a pile of toys sitting there, and the room just feels exceptionally quiet all of a sudden. And you're suddenly left sitting there just kind of like all the dopamine spike, and now you're just sitting there with like everything's open and you're just looking at it, but like collecting the boxes and the stuffing in silence, debating whether or not to put the toys up on the shelf now or maybe
it is Christmas on my floor of just open shit everywhere that I'm gonna have to take care of.
I bet, dude. And you know what, dude? Organizing the small stuff, that is not easy, bro. Like, there's a lot of stuff, man.
So judge.
Yeah, exactly.
Judge all you want, but admittedly, I've titled all my shelves, and basically toys go on there accordingly. There's a Swamp Thing shelf. There's basically like the Galactic Titty shelf, where like there's some like renegades that exist on that shelf as well. There's the Black and White Power shelf. There's essentially the Everyone's a Hero shelf. Then there's the like vomiting droid shelf, because I basically pretend that everything on there came out of a weird portal of bullshit, and it's like a weird freak or abomination. And then right above that is my Everyone's Happy shelf. And I know this sounds absurd, but when I open up a box and I see that toy, I basically know it's like either you're an abomination, or you're something that belongs to the Always Happy, or you're definitely a Swamp Thing guy, or you're somebody that would be like fighting against Titty Beans creatures in Galactic Titty, or you're a straight up bootleg of a superhero, so you're just a straight up hero.
Ryan, let me ask you, bro. You have so many pieces. That's awesome, Crumbs. And my takeoff on that is that's how you organize your stuff, right? You kind of have them in groups that you think they belong in certain groups. Mine, I have them, you know, a couple different ways. Most of them are by maker. Ryan, how do you organize your stuff when you have smalls like that, bro? Is there any rhyme or reason to it, or it just all goes up?
Realistically, color. Like at this point, I don't like a lot of blacks or a lot of oranges or a lot of yellows all clustered together. I want my eyes to bleed, so I want the spectrum of everything. Like this right now is essentially how it should look. And then when you, as you can see, it's getting darker. When you go like this and start fucking with it and it gets better, you're gonna make me more happy. So I totally get Crumbs. When I had a nerd room, I had like one D-top that was like, here's all my Transformer shit. Here's all the G1 and whatever, you know. Then I had like Figmas and all of the Rebel Tech shit, which is like all that ratchetty, you know, little, it's almost like kind of shit. And then, you know, like I had it all like, here's this one, like Crumb said, here's all of the hero dudes, because I had Marvel Legends figures, and, you know, so you knew. And even if it was a Batman and not part of Marvel, well, that's still your hero, you know, thing. And everybody has its own place. But at this point, I have basically all of my huge collections are all put away, except for all of my resin stuff that I've started collecting over the last 5 years, 6 years, maybe.
Is your woman folk in the room, and if
yes, what's up?
What are their thoughts on the toys?
What are your thoughts on the toys? Just yell, they can hear you.
I'm just happy that he found something that he likes, and that's enough for me.
That's written by ChatGPT. That's
Yeah.
not an honest answer. ChatGPT wrote that.
Human response, very affirmative. Yes, no. Your
My-
coworker.
And my boss comments on them a lot, and she calls them his fellas.
You guys are the fellas that we hang out with, by the way. Talking to the
Yeah.
fellas tonight? Yes, we're talking to the fellas.
No, but she also, the toys. She calls the toys his fellas.
That's
So,
adorable.
so I mean, sometimes, you know, he'll tell me about making resin and I kind of space out.
I get deep on her. She's like,
I'm like, that's cool.
cool, honey. Well, at least he listens and is like trying, right? I mean, it's nerd shit.
Yeah.
Unless he actually cares to be engaged. It's like, for instance, fantasy football. Unless she gives a shit about football, she's gonna be like, did you do wins? Go gold. You know.
But he
Pretty
likes
spot on.
it, so I like it for him.
Supportive and awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice answer. I can take that answer.
Well, and that's just it right there, dude. Just someone that's supportive, like no matter what. Like they may not be into it, but that was funny, dude. Like, have you seen that meme when it says like when you're like 10, that's crazy, and 4 no ways into a conversation, you just can't stand it anymore. That's what that just reminded me of. Just like, huh? Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get that
Resin.
response sometimes, yes.
Big gulps, huh?
Yeah. Well, see you later.
See you later. Yeah. What else? What do you want to pepper me with, or
Nothing.
I'm
I'm
not that here.
I think B's gonna take off in a second here, but speaking of pocket salsa, saying when you're doing a tribute, let's have the bootleg tribute sitting there. B, man.
yes.
How uncomfortable are you with the fact that toys exist out there that basically do look just like us already?
How about that? Twins.
Jesus, man. When I saw that, I was like, what the hell are those? And why do those exist? And why do they kind of look like us a lot?
Yeah, I was actually trying to place those. What those are. I don't know.
It's like a Fisher Price dinosaur. Yeah, definitely drop it there. I know you guys know the name of it. It's some like weird like Dino Realm or Dino City, but it's a Fisher Price shit. Yeah. God dang, that thing killed me.
I'm gonna totally have a set of that.
Pocket Salt says he tries to keep those within arm's reach. Dude, that's funny because when I'm at home and I do the show, there's like a little shelf, like a natural little shelf behind me on one of those black cases. That's where I started putting all the little homie toys. So
look at Yakima just on it. Play School, definitely dinosaurs. Then Fletch right after, definitely dinosaurs. Holy crap, you guys.
Is that the name of it? Definitely Dinosaurs? Or is it just Dinosaurs?
No, I think it's called Definitely Dinosaurs. Just to really stump you. Yeah, just to make you sound like an idiot when you describe it to your friends. Oh, those are
there it says.
dinosaurs.
They're from Definitely Dinosaurs. Okay, yeah. I thought they were saying, no, it's definitely dinosaurs, but anyways.
I wouldn't mind seeing a bee as a dinosaur. I could see everything. You've got the jawline for a dino. I could see it.
Great.
Those wiener dog eyebrows and the jaw of a dino.
Wiener dog eyebrows.
Yeah.
You got me with that one earlier.
I don't give a fuck. That's good.
Man, then he sent a picture of it. And not only did he send a picture of it, the look on the dog's face was just so sad. It had this like tilted head dog look when it looks at you like, what the fuck? And I was thinking to myself, that's probably exactly how I look at Crumb sometimes. Like, what? What'd you just say?
Yes. There are many times where like he'll go off on a tangent and you'll be like either reading chat or something and you'll go, bitch, what? Like there's a little like you know when you call your dog's name and you're like, hey dog, and they're like, yeah, dad. Like you give them the
bro. You know what, dude? And I catch myself doing it and I feel bad every time I do it because he'll be going on this long story, right? And then I'll be reading the chat or something, or maybe catching up or, you know, watching whatever you're doing or whatever. And then he ends and I'm just like, ah, shit, he stopped talking. I'm like, huh, All right. Like I heard it, but I'm just like, all right, moving on.
No,
There's been some times
that's
I've
funny.
dropped some.
I have not recognized that. I catch when Crum says something like, I've got assless chaps on right now, but you can't tell because I'm seated. You'll go, huh. Moving on. That's the one that I noticed.
It's just like that's good info.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
like, my
So what
son
else is
watches
going on?
this, homie. Like, come on. Some of the dudes at work know I do this. My son and his buddies watch this. Can you stop?
Bite your tongue, sinner. That's funny.
Dude, I need toys, man. I still can't get over that table. It literally looks like you've got a carnival like prize booth right in front of you.
And as it gets darker, we'll be able to start enjoying this here in a little
I
bit.
know. I'm kind of excited for that. Your room is so bright, but I know it's gonna look so good, man. Do you have a favorite color out of curiosity? That sounds so stupid, but I'm curious.
That's purple. Yep.
Just so quick and
Purple.
so fast.
Wow.
Hey, how about you? You got a favorite color? Are you a berry boy or are you a citrus man?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I really have one, to be honest with you. That's the best answer I got, man. I just don't. I'm trying to think of what I have the most of. I don't know. Shirts, probably
fun and icebreakers.
black.
Oh, one of those guys.
It's not. It's not. I'm just saying, I don't know. That's the most generic answer I can come up with. What's funny about color, though, is what you were saying earlier, Ryan, and you were saying that, like, you didn't want to put too many black pieces or darker pieces in one area. And I've noticed that too, man, just having a collection with a lot of volume in it, dude. If you start lumping some of those pieces in that same colorway together and they kind of get like, a darker hue to them. And that corner seems to be more of a lifeless area of the collection. So I do like to add some pieces in there that have some color. Sometimes I'll get a piece from a maker, like a custom piece, and just have it do, the exact opposite of what they would normally do, like a yellow or a red or something like that, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. Yeah, sea foam or indigo. Sea foam, Carolina Cool Cat.
I'll be honest, Suki actually posted something that for me I thought was super interesting earlier this morning. Because it was actually about the fact that magenta isn't a true color, doesn't actually have right? And that it's actually the absence of green between red and blue. What I loved about that is that I love magenta. I fucking hate green, which I know is bizarre because I love Swamp Thing, but green is actually my least favorite color. The fact that magenta is just absent of green, I was like, no wonder I love that like magenta pink, homie. It does not have my least favorite color.
Bro, that was some strong feels against green there. It really was.
And when a color is nice, a color is nice. And I do sometimes like, but a blue or a purple or a red Swamp Thing looks just as good as a green. I'm just saying.
Now, is it any green?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of green. I will say any good color is a great color, but green is on the very bottom of my list of like colors I enjoy. Yeah. And if anything, here's what I would actually attribute it to. And this is a weird little bro science for you guys that you can either take with a grain of salt or believe it like it's a new cult belief. But I think that a part of it has to do with your taste buds, realistically, right? We see colors, and like the more vibrant something is, it's dependent on like how nutritious it might be for us. The more bright and colorful something is, usually the more like nutritious it is for us. If I'm somebody or it's poison. If I'm somebody who doesn't like things like citrus flavors, such as like I hate lemon suckers, hate fucking like lime, I'm not a big fan of those flavor profiles, right? So of course, naturally, if I'm not a fan of those flavor profiles, I would assume that like I'm not really a citrus guy. But I love all those berry flavors, and I love berry color schemes. Blues, reds, purples, pinks, any of those things, berry boy.
Plastic Eat said hot pink, and then Pocket Salsa said pink and black. I agree with both of those, dude. That pink and black. I was just talking to somebody about that earlier. That's one that will never fail, dude. Pink and black is always a good one.
I would have never known that green is an inherently unnatural pink. Sorry, I need toys. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry, dude.
No, that sharp contrast. It's even if you hate a color like BJ, you hate Laker colors, right?
I hate them in a certain
done right. You're like, oh,
Yes.
I don't care. Yeah.
See, and that's exactly it, bro. I hate it in a certain hue, right? But I have other pieces that are purple and yellow that I think are fucking sick, bro. Like, for instance, ETC Toys did a robot for me, and I said, go at it with whatever that you want, dude. He sent back something purple and yellow that I'm just not super fond of. I love the piece, but that hue, not that big a deal on it. Now, Strafe 7, when he did his diver a little while back with the more of a gold and purple, bro, that's one of the sharpest 3.75s I have in the case amongst hundreds, you know what I mean? And it's just like, that's exactly it, bro. It's the hue, it is all it is. And I think it goes back, I hate to say it, bro, but it's the fucking Lakers uniforms, dude. I can't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it, man. I just can't. That's it.
That's Crumb's. He can't do green because he hates citrus. So like it's the exact same thing we're talking about. Nope, turned me off. Even if it's a great piece. Fuck, I can't. Nope, sorry. Yep. Hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer you're gonna stick around, but because we've got so many tabs, I'm gonna pull into it. Now I need Toyz as a treat with Toyz too, so he's gonna fucking see all this shit. If you guys,
I'm gonna dip.
You're gonna dip?
I am gonna dip.
Get out of here, homie.
Have an awesome week.
Lovely man.
Later.
Thank you. See you all next week.
I'm not booting you. You're part of this. You have to leave on your own accord.
Okay, thank you. I'll show myself to the door.
Yeah, come on now. Love you, homie. See you next week.
All right, man. Take it easy. Dude. Yep, you too, man. Thanks for coming on, Ryan. Appreciate it.
So shout out first off and foremost. If you guys didn't see it last week, Dookie was like a fucking killer guest last week. Make sure you go back and watch that YouTube video. Also, Mint on Card happening basically this evening. I don't know if you guys have been kind of seeing this, but shout out to Dollhouse Gallery for posting that. Have you looked through any of these pieces at all yet, dude?
Did I mute myself? No. Okay.
Nah.
I have like one of the Sadukars. I want that. So I've got versions of it, but nothing from the show.
Fair. Man, I'll admit there's a lot of the makers from this show that I wasn't even familiar with beforehand.
Yep.
And that pocket salsa piece fucking.
Yeah.
It showed up fast, man. Did you see this one?
Ooh, he painted it nice.
Yeah, glow in the dark with like that marbled hyper color.
Yep. I want to see it actually reacting to the light source, not just glowing as well. That looks awesome.
That means Crumbs has to be citrus. Well, now I'm trying to freaking clue what the heck. Oh, I get what you're saying. And of course, Titty Bean Toys. Dude, okay. I'm a little jealous that you're part of the Patreon. I didn't realize that you switched over to the Patreon.
Yeah, I had said like one of the first times on the show that I wished I could be a part of the Patreon. So he like said, hey, one opened up. Are you interested? And let me know like literally the second it opened. And I like was like, and here's money. Here's money. Here you go. Have a great. So like, I'm super fortunate to get on that. And I will hoard him money for quite a while. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to either tell him to make more or somebody else die. So good luck.
That's kind of it, man. It is one of those things where it's hard once you leave that Patreon, knowing that like you got to wait for an opening to open again if you ever want back on there.
Blood in, blood out.
Man, I'm really, really, really digging the ratio to cast to paint apps on this drop.
And his marbling is so sick and it looks so good on such a small, like usually you have to buy like Zymot has been doing some awesome big marbling pieces lately. And the flow is fantastic. But Titty can do that in 3.75 and it's like this big. And then he goes, oh, and by the way, here's like awesome eyes or like wrist gauntlets that are perfectly contrasted. It's stupidly good. Those Toxies, I'm so glad that I know he put it down for a while. Like he was playing with those on like one of the shows. So glad to see those come through. That glow too. Yep. Eye cancer. I love it. You're on mute.
Sorry, Pocket Sauce was pointing out Saturday Night 2 is actually on tonight. So anybody after this, check out Saturday Night 2. Yucko Toy's gonna be a part of it. I don't know if they've teased anything for it yet. This is always the pain of getting the links ready ahead of time, man. Refreshing them 1,000 times. So I don't see the Yucko one yet. Yo-Yo Dine. Oh.
So what I like about this right now is there's that delay between what you're showing here and what's in chat. So I've got like a 20-second head start to buy shit before anybody else now. Thanks.
Well, if anything, any of this stuff here from the, well, especially from like the Toys Alive. Oh, when we get to other tabs, but for the Mint on Card show, all this stuff, like it's going to be for the first week, just boots on ground to try and like get people in and seeing the exhibition and stuff like that. Did you end up snagging one of these? I know you were mentioning it earlier.
They sold out quicker than I could fucking buy one. So no, it was like 6 minutes after the drop. I had to try and buy it with my phone, pull over to the road, and it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, it's in your cart. No, it's not. Ah, okay, guess next time. Yeah, 30 bucks each. Of course somebody's gonna snag that. Perfect. Yeah, the Gimps. I'm sure there'll be other runs though, or different colorways or whatever. You're on mute again.
Ow. Sorry. And damn, you catch that like crazy. And I'm so sorry about that shelf right there.
Nope, that's what happens. Can you get me the helmet that went by the cat?
Every time that we have you on, we end up making you knock over toys by accident.
I mean, I knock them over now. Thank you. But once they're on the shelves, it won't matter. And now I can pick it stuff, right?
You say that, but I think my least favorite time ever so far was the one night where you had the cabinet door open still and you stood up and you smoked your dome on the corner of the shelf and knocked everything over.
First off, fuck you. Secondly, yeah, dude, I like completely brain raped myself for like 4 days on that one. That was fucking brutal.
No, I'm so sorry, man. That definitely lives rent free in my brain, and I felt like shit. I'm so sorry.
That's
yeah,
so
no,
funny.
I remember that too.
Yeah, I know you do.
Thanks for the reminder.
Bitch, I love you. She knows I don't mean that. So
the things we do for our toys.
Concussion.
Concussion.
Yeah, concussion.
Peanut gallery over here.
What are you guys even going on about in the chat here? Nobody would ever make a Rush toy. Oh gosh. I hope nobody ever makes a Rush toy.
I slept at the basement.
Man, I'm almost like this is why I'm gonna be staying up until like 3 or 4 in the morning, because I need to see what all the Mint on Card drops are gonna be. Unfortunately, a lot of them have not teased yet, and I need to know what they're gonna be.
Pumpkin Pop Toys. I haven't heard about them before.
Really?
Yo, yeah. I don't think I'm even following them.
Trippy. If anything, like they do a lot of, or they have done a lot of DKE drops. So like, I would have assumed that there was somebody that was kind of like on a grander radar in general. I know that this guy up here did really well. This would have been like their designer con in 2021, yeah. And I think there's even.
Yep.
And she ended up throwing a black wash on them too. I think there's still some sitting in the DKE Toys store.
Well, one less.
And then like I said, this would have been their most recent DKE or 2020. Damn. So I don't know what they're doing for the Mint on Card, unfortunately, unless it's this one right here. Nope, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. What do I know? Rush drum set to go. Stormico Station, if anything, like you can just release a brand new drum piece every like week. Just a new tom, a new cymbal, an electric kit 1 week. Just
yep.
Yo, Pocket, man. Quick to the attack on this, homie. Nice to see. And the fact that you're getting it out there so fast too, dude. Congrats.
It's
Plastic
such.
purpose.
I love the story behind it. That's his grandma's owl, right?
I believe so, yeah. That's Grandma's owl, yeah. And
Yeah.
I would agree
So
with you. That's
that story is fucking awesome, but even that pour is awesome on it. So like knowing that kind of stuff that he's giving, well, who else does it? What? Green Plastic Tunnels does his dad's stuff too. Who else does that? Like that kind of stuff where you make your family's art in pieces to them live on and make cool shit. Add
One
such a
pocket.
dope layer to it. Dude, that's
Pocket's
so
done that a couple times with the owl, and also for a friend of his, he ended up doing the bullets,
yeah.
which are fucking huge. I had no idea how massive those are.
They're shells.
Yeah,
Dude,
they're
like-
huge. I did not like. I don't know why. I just did not put two and two together on that, man. And then was it you? Was it maybe it was I can't remember who snagged one. But then when they showed, maybe it was B.
It was on the right hand, yeah, right there. Yeah, look at the background. Those things are like 8 inches tall, 10 inches tall. Look at that fucker.
Like just stupidly huge. And you're right, not a lot of people doing that kind of stuff out there, man. Big
Well,
old heart.
if you go right down right next to those shells, you can see the glow bears that I got. So that was what, 3 months ago that he did the drop?
There's your
Yeah,
set.
right there. Yeah.
There's your little boys.
11 weeks.
Fuck, man. And this is what I was even saying earlier. This is why it's like, that's a fucking nuisance. What a nuisance of a way to fucking do that. Sass Mac, what is up? Oh, plastic purpose toys. They ended up doing this Grody, and don't get me wrong, I understand the like. It doesn't take like rocket science to go get us a flower, but this is a good composition still, man. I think these are sick.
No, it's taking something that already exists, right, and then making something extra awesome out of it. Because if you look at the dresses, it looks like it's the same floral material that they're using or dye in it, and then tying it together with the belt makes it awesome. So you're taking a cool figure, and like that's almost like Dead Spacey, like when humans get taken over by plants, fungi, and stuff like that. But now it's cool. That's really awesome.
Well, and this is the same maker that did this too, and this is a banger.
Yeah. I don't know you. That's my purse.
Fuck, man. And Pendragon, of course, for the Mint on Card show. They had a great, is it in their stories? They had a great video of all the pieces earlier, and I don't know if it was one that they had taken while they were at the show, or if it was one, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what a nice setup, man. What a mind fuck of a show. I can't even fathom all the pieces that are there, dude. The artists for this are going to be nuts.
Well, like, again, this goes back to my girlfriend going, wow, that's crazy. Of course, we're going to nerd out on it, but like, that's some like cream of the crop people going to one of these shows, for especially our little nerd circle of people, right? So, yeah.
He rounded up a good crew, man.
Totally.
And I think, like, B was talking about it earlier, but the LM9 piece is unreal. Yo, have you ever heard of this maker? Are you an Always Sunny in Philadelphia fan?
Yeah. Yeah.
I only found this today. In love. And to
So
check.
awesome.
Oh man, it gets better.
The hands, the duct tape on the wrist.
Just the fucking big hands. I love when, like, I'll admit, maybe this sounds terrible, and I mean this with all the love in the world. I love when you see a stupid idea and then you see a row of like 10 of them, and you're like, yes, yes.
Way to commit to the stupidity. I love it.
Yeah, like
that's
this
cool.
Yes, man.
Even
like,
the girlfriends looking over that going, oh.
Well, I just heard Always Sunny, and I was like, Nightman? Dayman? Me?
Oh. Yeah. Day man. Uh-huh.
Fuck, dude. I heard this scene when I saw this figure.
Yeah, you can hear it.
You can literally hear him just fucking like shouting at them. What are we doing here?
Oh,
I don't
did
know
you
how we end up
see
on
the
here.
hair that was included in that? Oh, doesn't blood.
Oh,
Psychopath. Fuck those points. Yes,
these guys.
yes, that is fucking good.
How do you feel about hair on your toys? And anybody in the chat, feel free to to chime in on hair and toys.
It's, I mean, it's like asking somebody how do you feel about flocking, or if you right
Oh,
in the right circumstance, it is fucking awesome. It's not usually for me. That is fucking awesome.
Yakamuk, you were asking if it's made to break, so I'm gonna post that there in the chat. Plastic Geek, dude. Honestly, and I mean this with no like smoke up your butt, I'm like 90% sure most of the makers in our scene consider you like a vet legend. So if you wanted in on any show, like if you yeah,
Are
I
you
will
serious right now?
I will
Dude,
let
you
some
talk
of the
about
homies know
waves
that.
of figure makers. What is he like? Wave 2, wave 3? Fucking been here for forever.
But hey,
I
you know
did
what?
it.
Like, I do think that happens sometimes because the reality is, for a long time, Titty would actually say to me, like, oh, I can't approach Rainbow Yawn. And I'd be like, dude, Rainbow Yawn is like one of the homies. Like, unfortunately, his time zones warp him out from you guys. And, like,
Yep.
he's actually a gem. He would love to, like, get involved with that kind of stuff. So definitely, man, I'll make sure that I mention it to a couple of the homies. And if anybody in the chat knows of shows coming up, feel free to share those things over. This LM9 piece we were all talking about a little bit earlier though, because it's stupid good, man. And I do believe he's going to be trying to make more of these because everybody seems to be in love
Yeah,
with
that's
this.
the
This is a
data.
dope piece.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Man, this flower accessory, I first saw him use it actually on a piece for his girlfriend, I believe, on Valentine's Day, and it was fucking gorgeous. But like the little microphone and like the wings, I think even when we all saw the wings getting casted, it was gonna be like,
Yeah.
damn, those are sick.
But the translucent in the wings, fuck off. So good.
Dude, so good. That is a piece. And man, I was even looking at his sculpts earlier. Like, that shit looks like stone by the end.
Hmm.
Like, I have no idea. Like, I would love to just see his process, man.
Yeah, does he bake it or something? Because look at it. Like, I know obviously he takes the heat gun to the belly to get it smooth and everything, but like,
It
the
looks
fucking arm,
marbled.
crazy.
What's tripping to me is all the different textures. Like, this looks almost marbled like an ice rink, like a curling rink.
Hmm.
These look almost like slabs of stone.
Hmm.
These look almost like already pre-resin casted or like a wax mold that's been casted. It's crazy, man.
And then he makes it cohesive.
Well, yeah, let's be real. To look at that and then see like the finished product, it's just like, holy shit
Hmm.
balls. Just astounding, man. Like, I love that even
The
the straight
drips. Yeah, I was looking
spottings.
at the back of the legs.
Mm. And then the sharp contrast on that red. Do you think the red's resin cast too, just to be a show off?
He's the type of person that would.
Why not, right?
Yeah, like the microphone being two separate pieces or color of gold instead of painted would be separate. You know, like the top and the bottom would be that type of shit.
I could see that too. Fuck. Anyways, we could be here all day on this one. The torso
Sorry,
looks
Chad.
like it's from a Mannix figure. Ooh. And I'll be honest, dude, he's been working on that one for a little bit. Um, so I feel like we'd have to kind of scroll a while down to see maybe first parts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Cicada molds here. Which, I mean, we talk about this every now and then too. It's very easy when you're a maker to feel like you're just not like creating enough fast enough. But think this was posted February 2nd, and we're just getting to start seeing like some of the tester casts and that now. Like sometimes stockpiling up that process footage can be very advantageous.
Uh,
Like I wonder how long he's actually had that cicada done for, man.
Man, I want to find out what he's using for that, like, resin that gets that stupid Lego orange neon chainsaw color. Fucking perfect. So good.
You know, and I feel like a bit of a dork about this, but like the one night, me and I think it was Death and Strawberries, we probably spent hours just going through all of his old pictures, like just looking at the way he pours. Because I
Mhm.
do feel like it's very easy, and maybe it is, like maybe he's just tossing it in there, but a lot of times it seems very methodical and plotted out the way that he plans his pours, man.
Yeah, like he didn't paint those spikes on those elbows. He
No.
cast those separately.
Yeah. And yeah. Anyway, like I said, we could be here all day looking at that one. What are the pieces you have? Don't you have the Cloud City pilot head? There's a lot of non-Star Wars stuff as well. Jazz Wiz, Dustin and Block Watch Captain, right? That's E2K? Yuckamuk? You guys are all over the place in there. Jazz Wiz, I have 4 of Dustin's pieces. He's awesome. Dustin, aka E2K. Jazz Wizard, if you do, I'm very jealous. Those are some nice. If you're talking about the wood cutouts that he does, sick as
Yeah.
hell. And green plastic tunnels, another prime example of like not too sure what we're gonna end up seeing there for the Mint on Card show, but I would imagine it's gonna be something like this, some resin back card backers.
And you want to talk about crayon colors? Those are so good. They scratch that like play school fucking, I don't know what it is. It's just good.
You know, the other day I saw a bunch of and somebody actually ended up pointing out to me what they were called, but those counting bears, like those little like hard plastic bears you'd get from like preschools and stuff. And I
Yeah.
find that's exactly what green plastic tunnels work often reminds me of, is like that very, very elementary school hard plastic stuff that you'd get for learning how to count or learn your shapes or and okay, so here's where, because I'll admit, I have no bones about the fact that like when Green Plastic Tunnels was first coming out and doing a lot of stuff like this, and a lot of people were like ranting and raving about it, I was staring at it being like, I don't quite understand. And then the more that I started to learn about mold making, the more that I started being like, oh fuck, I admire the shit out of this artist and what they're doing. Because all it took was just having to learn, unfortunately, like undercuts and like how difficult like getting 1 or 2 pulls from something without any bubbles when like it has all these different.
Purposely pushing yourself to have the most difficult thing to see if you could actually just do it. And then, hey, look at this cool thing I made. Fucking,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. And you know, it still might not necessarily always speak to me, but it's the skills behind it that like rack my brain being like, motherfuck, that's intense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The how'd you fit, or even the okay, I probably won't buy that, but I'm gonna look at it for the next 15 days straight, trying to figure out how I would even go about, like right there. If you went down, he resin casted fucking pop bubble wrap, and it looks like it's not gonna fall apart. You know what I mean?
How do you pull these? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you pull this without a bunch of rips or tears or just like completely destroying the mold? Like, I don't know, man. Again, it's impressive for its own reasons, and it
Yeah,
doesn't speak to
exactly.
everybody, but
I mean, those are still dope as shit, but
I agree. Now, GGNW, or yeah, GGNW Toys, they're actually one of the other half owners of This Is Not a Toy Store.
mhm.
So I'm assuming we're gonna have something pretty impressive from them as well for the mint on card, putting all that pressure on everybody.
I mean, if you're one of the people there, don't you feel the pressure anyways? Because like, hey, come to my gallery and show your awesome shit. I hope mine is okay. That's how I would feel. But I mean, also, what I've made maybe 30 toys, and half of these people have probably thrown away 300 or 3,000 of something at this point, and I've thrown away 100. So you know what I mean. The difference in scale is crazy.
The experience of quantity,
Oh,
unfortunately.
absolutely.
But at the same time, too, like I feel in general, the shows at this point, they've all been elevated to a whole new level, man. Like nobody wants to show up and look like they didn't come with their all. Like unfortunately, the bar, in my opinion, for any of the shows has been raised to a level where like everybody basically comes at this point looking to flex a bit.
Well, I mean, like, oh, okay, perfect. Spain. Some of his stuff is like, oh, hey, the head didn't show up perfectly. So I went and turned this into something so fucking badass, you never thought it could be a figure. Cool, look at this. Like somebody that can take something bad and then make something their own and even more awesome afterwards. Ah, so good.
Plus, I don't know what it is about this weird like Star Wars to Lord of the Rings crossover vibe that's been happening the last couple months, but I'm in love with that, man.
Look, Lord of the Rings, He-Man. That's the dumbass. That's the Triclops eye.
Yes. But still, like, I just mean that vibe though, like, because you still have that, what's the fucking monster there? Manticore Keeper?
Yeah, the Manticore Keeper.
Yeah, I've been onto some cool stuff. And I even actually just like the gradiated backer. Night Bootleg Toyco, man.
Man, his backers are just fucking awesome too. I'm sorry, like between Resin, Blood, and Pain, like those are some of my favorite actual backers, straight up.
Resin Blood sent something absolutely gorgeous to be that you're gonna end up seeing in the next little bit, and it is one hell of a backer. These are gonna be some fucking sick ass backers, man.
Wow, good shit.
I don't know who all is still trying to vacuum form their own blisters, dude. Is anybody still like on that? Because that seems like such a fucking like hassle.
I mean, if you're doing He-Man stuff, why would you vacuum form it? You can buy them these days.
Those exact box, yeah.
But like, if you're making your own figures, like, why not? Like, if who did that awesome resin casket with the hole punch in it?
Oh, Kerfloss. And then
Kerfloss
ended up sending that over to
fucking
Resin Blood.
out of my brain forever. But like, I couldn't get it back in my face. I'm gonna end up hitting this kid again. Let me scoot back. Anyway, but when you do your own packages, I mean, back to the Resin Blood. See right there. Like, I know that Dark Rainbow makes his own cards and does that awesome sheet on the bottom, but he already knew that he was doing 3.75. So like, why remake them? All my fingers fit in this. I'm good.
Well, I haven't seen this coffin one before though.
No, not
like,
that one.
Commercially, I mean. And that just might be on blind. So I'd be curious to know if, and Dark Rainbow Toys does seem to really want to bump that lamp a lot of the times. I'd be curious if they're vacuum forming their own. And Plastic Geek, you're right. Yeah, Rainbow Yawn does vacuum form their own. And if you're somebody who got in on their Scare Bear drop, those were actually hand painted backers as well, using like spray painted stencils. Oh hell yeah! Thank you, Zymako. Okay, so maybe that's where he grabbed those. Damn, I'm glad Zymako ended up catching that. Thank you very much, man. Oh, get out. Damn, boxed card back, dude. And then the colors of those. There we go.
Yep.
The orange on that Zilla, homie.
Yeah, that neon orange. He's doing such good, like, what's that name of that girl that does the awesome girls artwork, rainbows and like unicorn? Lisa Frank fucking colors. I know that's a pull, but
Lisa Frank?
Yeah, it's like 80s girl stuff. The colors that he's pulling are like the perfect neons out of that.
Yo, yes. Thank you for nailing that, man. I've been trying to figure out what that is for so long. But yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna share screen that in a second because I'm gonna do this first. But yeah, that is exactly it. You nailed it. Fuck,
So
man, he's
good.
something else.
Absolutely unique and killer. Yeah. And his fucking wings and backpacks.
Man, the first time even I saw those wings, I had to hit him up and be like, "How are you doing that? Like, what is going on there, man? That was such a smart fucking way of having the straps pull in here."
Oh, yeah. So good.
Fuck. Now I'm all in my head that I've missed other people's friggin' mint on cards. Bastards. Dakin's Emporium. Oh, oh. Is this gonna be theirs? Yeah. Ned Kelly and Mandalorian. Now it looks like a One Piece wanted poster.
Yeah, I don't know their work. I'm going to add them and look at that. I like that. It looks almost like hand done rather than like printed off too.
I wonder
Oh,
if that's
look,
penned.
if you look at it, it looks like it's almost either pen or like wood burned etch.
Or Dremel headed
Ooh,
with a round head. But
yeah.
it does, you're right though, it looks like it's literally been like negatived out or penned. There's something happening there. The fuck? Does it say it in here? Oh, jeez, yeah.
Wooden
Clam
backer.
shell is
So they
magnetized to
did
come off
wood
the
burn.
wooden backer, design burnt into it. Every now and then we read. Every now and then.
Oh shit. Well, my eyes work to figure shit out. They just don't work to comprehend words. Go fucking figure.
I was just more interested in looking at the toy, unfortunately, to use my brain.
Yeah, it looks like an almostly like completely remade figure from scratch or sculpted over. It looks good though.
Shoe
Looks like
boy.
it was made in what is it? Made in a cave.
Oh, it reminded me a lot of the Cronin Builder stuff. If anybody remembers Cronin Builder, that's what I thought that reminded me of. Oh, see, no one. Honestly, dude, unfortunately, Plastic Geek Man, it's almost like even if you put the description there, you still have to handhold us monkeys. We're just insane.
Yeah, I'll come back and look at it 3 or 4 times and be like, oh, the words are there. Oh, that's how he did it. Good thing I didn't send him a message. Seriously. It's all right.
Yakamuck, you've got me spinning for a loop there, dude. One, is this your mother? Is Dakin's Emporium your mother? Because if so, I'm confused. Why is your mama making toys and you didn't tell us? Jazz Frank. Cute Boy Collectibles, another artist that I'm super stoked to see what their backers are going to be like. Man, this guy here, I know we've brought up a couple times on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And Barbarian Rage is in this show. Because, okay, why not? Why not? As much as I'm saying a lot of them haven't teased it, like I did at the very beginning, go over to the This Is Not a Toy Store / the Dollhouse Gallery, where like they do have all these teasers here. So like, you know, I didn't have to go to the artist tabs. We could have just sat there and seen that in 2 seconds, but what would be the fun in that? Anyone One Trick Ponies sending out some stuff there. I think it's actually going to be one of the clowns. It looks like he's got one of the pilots as well on a backer. But I guess we're gonna have to all wait and see.
Yeah.
Or go over to the Dollhouse Gallery.
Showed up
and click
yet
on
on
that
the
reel.
feed. That's all right. Like you said, you're looking forward to just popping up in their stream eventually.
Man, there's just I hope the live is actually there. I'm gonna show this off too really quickly because Lisa Frank Colors Palette. If you guys you've heard us complain for like months about how we can't put our finger on Dark Rainbow's Toys color palette, boom, there it is. Inee Toys has come to the rescue, solved the mystery. It's that.
Gotcha.
God dang, man. I like how you're just hiding behind this friggin' like class picture of Toys.
We're getting there. It's getting darker.
Oh, it's
Getting
slowly
darker.
getting darker.
Things are gonna start doing stuff.
And yeah, Jazz with
If I stop knocking it over.
Oh, Lisa Frank is actually Jazz Wizard's mom. That all makes a lot more sense. Damn, dude. You must like some lime green. Because you've got quite the collection of lime green.
These guys got a bunch of green in them this time. If you looked up here, honestly, there's 1, 2, which is a titty. Maybe 3, honestly. Other ones are yellow, but sorry. I ruined it for you. You're on mute.
I would prefer that. I would prefer there be less green out in the world there. There's too much of it already. Well, that being said, man, I'm gonna pull up more tabs in a little bit because that's how we're rocking tonight.
Good.
You slammed through those boxes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, did you see these?
No, I didn't see the little dinos.
Von Fake Name had some dirt cheap fucking dinos for like, I think they're 35 Canadian shipped in.
Oh, okay.
And they glow in the dark. And I'll admit, what caught me off guard is that it wasn't as though like that's shipping in, man. So anyways, that's what caught me off guard. And then that dude's a fucking insane.
Ooh, there you go.
Of course. So Von Fake Name, man, thank you very, very much, dude. You're an absolute gem. If anybody hasn't been over to their page, go and check out that, because in my opinion, you're not gonna find toys with that cheap coming from Canada going over to the States. I think it was, like I said, I think that was Canadian, 35 Canadian.
Yeah, so that's what, like 3 American?
Like 350 American, yeah.
Hey, if you want that Glyos shit, you just let me know, so you're not paying $500 to get shit.
Yeah. We can talk about that shit later on, dude. Because I should have even just thought about that and reached out to you to do the Glyos thing. Out of curiosity, man, what got you into Glyos to begin with? Like, what was it about Glyos that pulled you towards that realm? Was there a certain character? Was it just the versatility? Was it because you had homies that were making some stuff in that realm?
So this is like way back Kid Robot forum days, like I want to say like 94, 95, 96-ish probably.
Oh, jeez.
So like when they very first came out and he was showing his original figures, I liked the fact that they could do the Lego thing and like, oh, I like this guy's body, but put a different head on it, right? Like nobody did that forever ago. So that spoke to me. And then the fact that he was one of the few people that was doing either glow in the dark figures, so go fuck a figure, but he was doing clear translucents as well. And then if you go look at any of his runs, it's like, oh, there's Tycho colors. Oh, there's Play School colors. Oh, there's, G.I. Joe dark blue colors, and it's the same figure, but then like he scratched all those fucking itches. So he ran through that, and then he had a shit ton of people like Suck Lord going like, oh, I'm gonna make my own head for it and then just airbrush your figure. So I'm like, oh, cool. I like the fact that he made his own head, and it's that at that point it was resin. So then that led into all the other stuff where you get back in the day there was figures like Lady Hydra was one of the original people that she would do her own stuff.
So wait, I'm so sorry, I gotta cut you off. Did you get into Glyos early enough that you're pre-PVC Glyos?
Yes. I have, in fact, in that big old pink box of shit that I have some like Matt's original Sculpties like resin figures that like he would give out and sell to people or give to friends. And I've got like, I have metal pieces like that when they did like old runs of stuff you can't even, anyways, yeah, I got crazy shit in that box. So you want to talk about deep end lore? I've got deep end Glyos lore stuff.
So then, I'll admit, I am always a little bit curious, and then the more and more that I learn about like your obsession with Glyos back in those early days, I've got to know how is it that like did you know Monster Forge pre-Glyos, or did you know Monster Forge because of Glyos?
I knew Monster Forge because, okay, 4chan, toy on 4chan, the toy board. That's also how I came across Glyos. But Monster Forge was doing fucking dope custom painting and dope sculpts before many people were. And so I became a fan of his work and reached out to Chuck and have talked to him for forever. But like there's a bunch of custom people that existed back then. Some still around. Like I know everybody knows the name Jin Satome. So like that's when he even started doing custom. He was doing like custom transformers and custom kit bashes hella back in like 94, 5, 6, stuff like that.
So I'm not sure if you can read the chat there. Plastic Geek is asking, do you have any Reclan and Aves?
Do I have any? What? Who's asking where? I gotta go look at the chat.
Oh, so Plastic Geek is asking if you have any Reclan, and Aves.
Reclaim and Ames? I do. I've got 2 pieces, I think. But like, I know I had some of Plastic Geek shit because like when he used to do the Glyborg heads and he did the I wish I would have got this. He had a Halloween head that he made with it's a brain with a spider inside of it, and I wish he would have done that because that sits on like one of those big old this dude right here. You can put him on here, and he fits on one of the other guys too. So, yeah, the Go Boys. The Go Boys head. Thank you. That's what it is. For the Go Bombs. Thank you.
That was 2012.
2012? Oh, all right. So, 10 years ago?
Only about 11 years ago, you know. Only about 11 years ago. Jeez, dude. It's got to be surreal to you to some regard to see, like, one, how far resin toys have just, like, adapted, changed, and come. But two, dude, like, some of the makers that you knew back then, like, they've got to just be fucking, like, legends at this point. Like, a lot of them.
The God Beast has been around for fucking 13, 14 years. He was literally at the show that everybody else hung out with, you know, like E2K and everything else. He's still around.
I'll admit, God Beast reminds me of somebody that should be on like 90 Day Fiance or something. And I mean that with all due respect, but every time I see him, I'm like, you're not a toy maker, you're a 90 Day Fiance guy. You're swinging, you're wheeling and dealing.
He is a flurry of a personality. Hell of a nice guy though.
Oh, he seems like a gem, dude. If anything, I feel as though a lot of the biggest gems in the toy scene are a flurry of personality. That's probably the best part, man, is being like comfortable and safe to be yourself here and have fun and to be able to enjoy yourself, especially if it's not at anybody's expense.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'll be honest with you, dude. I only have one Glyos figure ever, and it's one of the Bognar figures, but I've become obsessed at this point. And whenever I'm like looking online and seeing like the 5-inch figures for that dude, I'm just like, okay, get the fuck out of here. The like the magnets in the back joints, so that way you can have all the extra arms coming up. It's like, yes, please. That's what every swamp creature needs. More spots to put things.
Extra arms and limbs? All right.
Always, every day. Anything that you've currently seen that you're just like, you think is absolutely insane, you've been just like watching it, waiting for it to drop, man?
Everything that is coming for the psychedelic show is fucking crazy. I just want to let people know the hype is real. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's gonna be,
400 figure Earth, Wind, and Fire set one of you is making. But that being jokes aside, Zymat Code does have a drop happening tomorrow. If you guys haven't been over to that page, I do have a tab for it later that I'll show. But otherwise, if you guys aren't following them, and even if there isn't something from the drop tomorrow, go and check out their store because there is bound to be something there you like. Type in a word of something you collect or you like, and there will be something.
And there's probably like 300 pieces in that store right now. So just fucking scroll and buy 5. You know, like pretty easy.
I would say at any given time, there's probably 1,300 to 1,700 pieces in that store.
That's crazy.
And you can organize it so many different ways. And every time you look through there, you might see something completely different.
Dude, some of the new clear casts that he's doing with the like actual vinyl pieces in it that painted, and then they look like crystal reflections of themselves, so you can see multiple angles from the same figure. It's insane.
Something about those perfume bottles he's been doing lately with everything just on top and piled and geometric is nuts. The melted figures he has right now are nuts. His paint apps are nuts. The dude's got attention to detail, man. I think there's a lot of people that even just envy the production output that he's able to hold. Normally around 1700.
Sustained level of constant creativity. Insane to tap into.
That's exactly it, man.
Normally around 1700. Nice. Yeah. Buys I'm up, but that's still crazy. Crazy. Almost 2000.
Yeah, I figured it was around 1700, and I only actually said the between 1300 and 1700 because I was like, in case he's maybe taking anything off for shows coming up, or if he's sold a bunch of stuff. But it's like, yeah. And again, what's trippy to me, man, is like I've gone to that store before and I've organized it by like lowest price. I've organized it from highest price just for shits and giggles. I've organized it from newest, oldest. I've typed in keyword searches. You can organize every different way. There's something there, man.
Easy way to spend money on art. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop into a couple tabs real quick. One of the first ones I actually have, man, is actually from Plastic Vomit. We had them on not too long ago. This I think is actually a rad piece. I'm loving the fucking head edition. So again, as B was saying earlier, if you guys don't know you're watching the show, if you order anything from them, you do get the $5 off. A lot of their stuff ends up being, it looks like that 40 each plus $5 shipping in the US. But also, I want to point this out because I've now become like obsessed with this. So when we had them on, they mentioned that a lot of the times in order to get their super clear on their figures, and I don't know the logistics of it or why it works. I'll just be totally honest with you. I don't know why it works. But ever since, I have now been spraying like anything I've got that's translucent with gloss. Just been spraying the fuck out of it with gloss.
Yeah, and turn it to ice, right?
I don't know why, man, but it really does. It literally makes it look so much. It adds so much more pop to the figure, and I don't know why.
So like colorways like that. Speaking about Glyos, there's a guy, he still does YouTube stuff, reviews. His name is Nistuff, Nistuff. He used to do just painting of figures, and he used to do monster color of some of the sickest fade gradient blend colorways you've ever seen in your fucking life, and then would ice clear over it, or like throw like moon dust mist so that like the root beer would look like sparkle root beer. Or I've got a ton of his pieces. It's mind blowing how good his pieces are. But like Plastic Vomit with that rainbow boba is exactly the type of stuff that he used to do. Yep.
Right.
That
like the gradients
but look at each piece of that. Like the head is crystal red.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right?
Yeah. And I'll admit, this is one of those situations where it's almost more impressive to me that they 3D print this. Like, don't get me wrong, like casting this would still be a bitch. But the fact that like you would have to be really, like they said, they were babysitting the printer that day, man. It's like, yeah, you'd have to be, because you're swapping it out mid print job to make sure that you've got the right colored resin in there that you want. And then like, I would say naturally this happens, and like a lot of us don't really think about it. But like when you're adding those colors, accommodating for the fact of how they might react together, right? Like, was this a true green, or is this where the blue was starting to hit the yellow? Was this a true orange, or is this where the yellow was starting to hit the red? Like, red. Damn, dude.
Or is it left over in the nozzle and getting pulled through with the yellow, and that's
something. But either way, great results on that, man. But mainly, I also really want to point out that like that spraying with super gloss, in my opinion, it can really just pop it. B sent this to me. I'm not too familiar. 00 Creative, but this ended up being one he sent me, and it just looks fun, man. Reminds me a lot of like this face reminds me a lot of the one we just saw get released by the Craftsman.
I don't follow them. No, I do.
00 Creative or Craftsman?
00 Creative. I know about Craftsman.
Oh shit! Yo, check that.
That chest is sick.
I did not expect that.
A lot. That's a moon too.
Damn, B, good find, homie.
Yes, that is a great one. Damn it, that's gonna be money being spent. Okay.
Multiple options here.
Each 5 will come with the Resin 2.5. That's pretty cool.
kind of like a little, I was explaining to somebody the other day, like that's something I really do like about the old school toys, man, companion toys. I don't
Mhm.
know what it is. Like a little tiny companion piece is just fun for some reason.
That's the Ninja Turtles where they came with the little
Yeah.
sidekicks all the time, right? I love the sidekicks. There's a bunch of people that recast those.
Yo, this is a beauty of a toy.
Look at how good those like Kes or in the back were.
What is up here?
Depressurizing or stuck on the gas stove.
I'm more curious what this is. What you
Uh,
rubbing on there?
That's the rocket exhaust. It looks like they're putting the silicone in first so that they don't get bubbles on that undercut.
Yeah. Smart. I'm glad your brain caught that. Fuck, man. That's fun. Anyway, sorry, damn. There's been a few
Speaking
artists.
about that, somebody shared, I'm going to share this tip. Somebody shared this in a chat that I heard. If you're worried about your figure floating when you're casting it in your silicone because it's too light, pour just a little bit in the bottom by his little ankles or his feeties and let it dry, and then pour the rest of your figure because that bottom heart piece will keep your little bastard anchored. Such a smart idea. Holy shit.
Especially if you're doing an opaque. Opaque. Fuck.
Opaque.
Damn it,
Opaque.
every time. Folklorian, personally, right now, I'm actually just using a Rust-Oleum. I'm straight up just using the Rust-Oleum double gloss. Otherwise, I've used the Krylon. I will admit, I love the gloss. Yep, the 2-time clear gloss. Exactly, man. Otherwise, I really like the Mod Podge Super Gloss, but the issue is, in my opinion, is the Mod Podge never fully cures. I find whenever I use a Mod Podge Super Gloss, at some point or another, when I go to remove the figure off of wherever it's been standing, even if it feels like
tacky.
exactly, piss me off, man.
Yep.
Because the super gloss they get is so good, but
It's clear, but it feels like it never settles. Like it's almost what's that called?
you nailed it with the tacky though.
Gel. They use it for like when your figures don't fall over, that clear shit you put under their
Yeah.
feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
stuff.
And I'll admit, I like the Krylon stuff, dude. I'm also really weird. I know I go overkill. So for instance, like tons of times, and yeah, so Dookie, like love the matte. I also will use matte for a lot of stuff. Like there was a long time where I thought I always wanted to have just gloss on hand, but then I realized there's tons of times I'm painting something and in between coats I need to apply a matte coat in order to make sure I can hit some other areas without affecting. And the matte does work really beautiful. I find matte oftentimes you can't even tell that there's been a sealant applied to it.
Yeah. It
But
just looks like
otherwise,
the paint dries.
exactly. And otherwise, I like to apply my gloss so much so that it almost like looks and feels like there's a layer of clear over it. Like I go overkill with my clear gloss a lot of times. I don't just mist it and like I'm not saying I do it so it's running down, but like I'll spray it and walk away and spray it and walk away and like that is layered. Oh shit.
Like this dude that I was tinkering on, babe, can you hit the light for me? It is clear, but he also has like 4 layers of clear paint on him, so he looks like 7-Up, like he's glass. So same idea. Just keep hitting him until he's actually as clear as you want him to be, and they will. They'll literally ice out on you.
Yeah, and worst villain ever, you nailed it, man. A little bit of talcum powder or baby powder does absolutely remove some of the tackiness. But the only thing is, I find with that is that a lot of the times I'm purposely trying to get the luster of like the super gloss, and then applying a bit of that powder technically ends up like dulling a little bit of the luster. So it's just one of those things where it becomes almost like a balancing act then. And then once you've applied the baby powder, you don't really want to spray it again because then you're going to cause that to end up affecting. So but I agree, yes, absolutely. A little bit of baby powder can totally help with that sticky tack, and especially if you're getting it between magnet joints, because I've had it before where unfortunately the layers of the sealant, the magnets are so strong that they're basically causing the sealants to want to almost like mold together to each other. And as you like take the head off, you'll actually hear it like almost like a wet ass on leather. Just
yeah,
yeah, dude, that mud foot sound. Yeah.
Have you tried using, what was it, the clear floor polish for your metallic joints and stuff like that, or if your shit's too weak? You haven't heard of that?
No, I haven't.
So it's like Fabuloso clear floor polish for like hardwoods. You just take a little drop of that shit and then don't let it dry. Work it back and forth as it dries, and that clear will build up enough friction that your joints, like arms on your GI Joes, or like say if Nim's arm was too weak right here, you can take it out, do a little arm in it, and just do like this, and it will then do that. And
like silicone tension almost.
Yep.
Dang, I like it. Look at us, just bro sciencing it up tonight. Suki, man, trying to have a great evening, dude.
Hey, Suki.
Dookie just used missing tip and hit it about 5 inches away and needs a little more to dry. Oh, a misting tip. Damn, man. I can never get a clear coat to dry smooth. Always has orange. Oh, damn. Vinny Chav gets the most insane glass casts. They feel wet. They're so smooth. Future floor polish. Uses a lot of fixed transformer ball joints. Damn, there you go, dudes.
Yep.
That chat is full of gems tonight. You're full of gems over there tonight.
You're
back into I wish. I'm rock hard like a gem. Anyways, sorry. Speaking of Mini Chap Studios and those crystal clear, almost wet, like you can almost see like that clear casting over top, man. Damn. Yeah, a solid opaque and a smoky translucent. Damn. Now, also, I've wondered, because some of you guys are really good at this, anybody who currently does almost like a rotocast effect with the clear cast in there and then pours a casting looks insane to me. I can't wrap my head around that, like, clear cast over a cast. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Yeah, basically, you rotocast just a little bit so you get that thin layer, and then you fill whatever hopefully comes out good on the inside.
But you must be using something with like a 2-minute pot life at that point.
Well, like I've got ones that I tinkered with to do something similar. I know, I'm just shit talking. You liquid anyways, clear dude here, but all his body's hollow, and that was 9 minutes, and I literally just went like this until it hardened up, and then you let it do that, and then a lot of the times you're going to get a little thicker wall on one side or the other, but it won't matter because you're going to pour other colors in there, and because it's a little thicker, it gives you that visual depth, and you're okay with it. So somebody, I bet you, just sat here like this, going, okay, come to the lip. Oh, no, don't, you little bastard. Oh, back to the lip. Oh, no, don't, you know, for 2 or 3 times, and that's an hour until you get the actual thickness.
I like how you said, and that's an hour, like it's nothing. Plastic, he's saying he uses double cast with smooth cast 325. That's that crystal clear. Hell yeah, dude. I was looking at that. That crystal clear in a gallon is $4.50 in Canada. But yes, that crystal clear shit. Because the difference with that smooth on 325, and like actually I'm pretty sure it's any of the 322s to the 325, is it casts in a true translucent clear, where a lot of the other ones actually say that they cast in a white translucent.
Yeah, so again, here's the 325, 326. It is actual glass. It does have mercury in it, though. That's what helps it cure, so don't fuck with it. Even when it's safe to pull out in your cure time, it's still fucking soft and takes like 2 or 3 days to harden up to glass, and it's dope. As opposed to the other stuff like this that will be that frosty white, and you'll never get crystal clear out of it. It just won't.
So much, man. There's so much about resin that's like, I commend you guys for fucking with it. Yeah, Cybernaut Torso 325, Limbs 45D. That's just it, man. That nice soft on the 45D. And I know that General Porpoise uses 45D a lot. I was curious about the rigidity of the 325, and that does make a lot of sense. That earlier, Inee was even saying that like it's a super hard plastic on that core. So yeah, the 325 way higher rigidity. I know Titty used the 322 recently as well.
Mm-hmm. What was Titty's? Yeah,
Toyz, right, man. I'll admit, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd actually understand what the fuck you guys are talking about with this shit.
Nerd.
Nerd out on some toys, nerds. Oh, Nim rocking that 325 Sassmax, 325 exclusively 326 though. There you go, boom. Very rigid. Drea Zays, that's what's up. I know you like it rigid, homie. Drea Zays, I meant to ask you as well because you come actually to, yeah, you do. You actually come visit to Toronto to grab your resin, and I want to bug you soon in the DMs where you go because there's everywhere you could possibly go here, and I don't want to be fucking going around to like Michaels and shit. 45D can tear easy though. Yeah, Plastic Geek man. If anything, for some reason there's an artist who swears by using 45D, and I've got two of their Swamp Things. And I remember one day they even actually did like a live, and they were just like, everybody should be using 45D. Bleh, bleh. And I was like, well, actually, unfortunately, when you've got tiny little feet on a Swamp Thing with thin little ankles, and you've got 75 grams of resin sitting up there, eventually you start getting that tension flex on those ankles, and they start looking like they're gonna snap any fucking day. And when you're dropping like 80 bones on a piece, you don't want that shit.
Yeah, I don't want my ankle to bend, 3 months after buying a figure.
Like some kind of weird like rubber Bendham's figure and missing the wire inside. But I would say that's in a situation like that, right? Like
Yes. Yeah.
Sculpture Supply, only place that there is. Yeah, that's fair, dude. Because admittedly, I'd have to order the smooth on. Everybody else is using like that artist craft or like color gem and everything else. Gray Skull Toys, a fellow GTA area, Keswick, Ontario. That's what's up, dude. But the Flex It 90 is like pouring maple syrup. It isn't super clear. 61D, that's what's up, Carolina Cool Cat. I believe that Titty Bean and Ghoul Gaba actually were rocking that 60 and 65D life for a long time. I don't know why I know this about you guys. If any of you guys are not following Bootleg Toy Co. yet, get on that. This dude is like the wizard of taking 2D designs. He's working on something right now called the BFF Toys. And the thing I love about this is essentially you hold on to one, you give one to your buddy, like those turtle doves from Home Alone. And I'm a big fan of turtle dove pieces, man.
Yeah, best homies for life. Yeah, best friends forever. Battle
Yeah,
buddies.
the best friends forever ones, Frank and Hank, BFF Battle Buds. Linz the Rat Boy and I are making a series of BFF Battle Buds. I think they're smart, dude. Especially like if you got a set in one color, get a set in different colors, send one to your homie, swap sets.
That's a cool idea.
Heck yeah. This is another one actually B sent me. Cerrito Mysterio. Vinyl World. Dude, the vinyl world in general is insane to me because there's tons of times we look at accounts that like you wouldn't expect this individual to make the leap into the investment that vinyl is, and they just do. And they sell out.
I don't think I've ever seen a tiki one too. That's really friggin' cool.
I'm digging this. And it has that head articulation as well. That's a fun little dude. And like, damn, man. The colors on this guy, Bubblegum Ghost.
Yeah, that makes my eyes bleed, and that's the type of stuff that I like.
Why do you like your eyes bleeding so much?
That what I'm collecting now is doing that childhood tickle of like, ooh, neon color, eye boogers, yay! And then if it's something like, for me, it's like, oh, Kid Vid, like, yeah, I remember having one of those, and as a kid, I need one of those for my collection. Got it. So, but those, that's just something that looks badass, and the fact that you picked colors that make my eyes hurt in a very good way, I go, oh, huh.
This reminds me of some kind of like Death Note toy. Maybe it's just a color.
You could totally do those, yeah, as one of the shimigamis, where just give them an apple.
Dude. Like,
I know it's just clear, but the fact that they're using that rainbow sparkle stuffing in it makes such a good choice.
Real good choice. And like, it's almost as if they cut the face off that and rammed it inside of.
Yeah.
Or painted it, or just painted it.
Well, it's almost like a flat pickle face, which is hilarious to me.
Jeez. Sorry, sometimes Beezus sends me accounts, and I don't necessarily know the accounts very well. But these are gorgeous. Toy Fields, 968 account following. Get out of here.
Boy.
Yo, okay, so, and I don't know if Massive Mini Horse is still in here, but I don't know if you've seen these guys. Earlier today, he was sharing with me in the chat the backers for these. He's put the blister resin casted in the back, man. So, like, they're like on these wicked ass, trippy, tie dye looking backers. Gorgeous.
Okay. I need to see that.
If he's in the chat, let me know if I can share the DM one for him, man, and I'll pull it up afterwards. Because in my opinion, they just look astounding. Much like how Dookie was showing us those visualizer ones last week, it was like that, but he cast them in resin, then framed them and had them like the blister was basically in the resin, so it was cast in a way like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
got
ain't grabbing that toy. Grayskull Toys only 231. Homie's actually chilling right in there.
That's really
These
cool.
dudes caught my attention from his store. I've been looking at them all
People?
week, I'll admit.
Look at
The
this
little
giant photo,
people. Yeah,
Little
double casted though. Skeleton one, the 2-inch figure.
Oh, that's so nostalgia.
And then I don't know if anybody had any of the Crystal figures. Crystar figure. Now, I need toys, man. I'm gonna put you on the spot like I would normally be to the J. I drink too much coffee during these, man. You're gonna have to explain to some of the cool people something really cool in your collection.
Something really cool
You're
in my
saving.
collection.
You're gonna save the day by showing us something cool in your collection.
Okay. Here's a little something for you. Well, we'll go back in history. So here is a real X-head / Glyos Sobafubi, maybe 2-inch figure. And so, I don't know if I can even see him. Well, here you go. So it's obviously glow in the dark, but it's all black vinyl on the bottom, all articulated arms. He's pretty awesome. Oh, now that I think about that, you want to talk about old stuff. Here is, I've got a couple of these. These are mini, oversized, articulated resin, God Beast, Glyos figures too. That are articulated and oversized. So I'll share both of those with you guys. Some of my favorite super old figures right there. Cool.
You're a lifesaver, man. Look at you charging those bad boys up.
And we can get all these boys going really quick. Or reacting at least. There you go. Where's Derek? Get that little chunky boy in here. Some glow for everybody. There you go. Promise glow tonight. See, now you start seeing some of the glow that comes out. So that's purple on. Awesome, awesome. Dingy Dave.
Dude, I'm loving the different colors of glow you've got. Between the blues, the purples, the pinks up here on those nugs, dude. Fuck. Look at that head just beaming back there on that plastic geek as well. Fuck.
Yep. I like the glows. The glow's nice. Oh, here's that kid. So there you go. Finally got some glow for you.
Dude, that like there's so much that's insane there. The Derek looks like he's just like radiation. The fucking pink nugs look radiation. Everything's just glowing insane, dude. Also, I'm gonna ask because you've shown us two things there that you make. You've got one of your like droopy guys, and you've got like one of those skulls you were talking about the last time we had you in here. What's going on with those? What are you doing with those? What's happening?
I have this guy figured out. The only problem is I've seen other people do similar stuff to it, so I kind of lost motivation. I will get back to you only when there's a little time between both of those things, mine and other people's. I do have paint apps for him, which will be awesome. But thanks for Greasy. Help me figure out how to double pass the skull in the clear in almost straight up, like perfect in the center. So this one's just slightly at an angle only because that's how it turned out. And then I don't know why, but slimy things are starting to speak to me. So this guy here is just like probably 10 layers of overpours and just purposely letting the like reds and blues and greens and purples and everything else be a slimy over drizzle boy.
I like that guy. That's a good call, man. Just make him girthy and fat by adding more and more and more and more and more.
Until he gets to the chunky right consistency, and then he's good. Next one.
How much do you think that guy raised in resin if you had to guess?
This, he's honestly a solid chunker. He's one of the
100 grams?
probably 110 maybe. It's like the bottom of him here. As I knock more over, there's like you can't even see. You don't like greens, but he started out green. So like green glows because there's green and the yellow on top of him. But like there's literally 15 layers of drip on him.
That's insane, man. All right, dude. I'm gonna quickly pull up some more tabs. We're gonna take a look at that and try and close those out real quick. I ended up feeling like I gave Grayskull like the short end of the stick there because, unfortunately, as I mentioned, I've got tiny baby bladder syndrome. But
Cool, dude.
couple of cool story, bro. A couple of the He-Man Masters of the Duckiverse, and he's got a whole bunch of these guys in the store right now as well. So if anybody wants to check that out, there, hit up the Etsy store link. These are Canadian prices, so like 30 Canadian, 40 Canadian, 30 Canadian, 30 Canadian. As we discussed earlier, that's basically like $3 American, right? Collab there with the massive
John Wick assassin play set. That's so funny. It's so good.
Yeah. So that they actually did a collaboration with Massive Mini Horse, and this would have been for the. I think this was for a toy show. Am I crazy? Maybe not. Maybe they just decided to rock it out because they wanted to.
I'm on
I
board
thought
with
it
it.
was for. Pardon me?
I'm on board with it. That's awesome.
That's just it, man. Same as Skull Seam, dude. Back to like vinyl, a lot of times it's crazy. 111 followers. This dude's got like 3 sculpts out at this point. I know he's got a frog drop happening with Sarugamark tomorrow. So tomorrow at Friday, Sarugamark's got a drop happening with a bunch of these little vinyl guys dropping as well. A bunch of the tree frogs are gonna be dropping. I think if anything, why not?
Good little face on that guy.
Dude, honestly, I'm really, really like, I feel lame about this because it has nothing to do with me. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. You know when you're proud of somebody for what they've accomplished and yet it doesn't really make sense to me? I'm just proud of this young buck here, man. Sarugamark's like 23, maybe 24 now at this point. The fact that he's built his own Safubi pulling station at his house, and he's now not only just pulling his own Safubi, but also pulling other people's Safubi for them, like that's just rad as hell to me. I just love the fuck out of that, man. That's just really rad. Great paint apps on them. Akashi Records is actually part of Quail Toys as well, so hats off to both those young gentlemen. Phenomenal, man.
Literally growing his own industry. Awesome.
Yeah, like that's what I think is just so sick, man. Is like there's not many dudes like Mile High Safubi was kind of the first that I really was aware of here in the West that was doing that, and it's cool to see younger and younger dudes hopping on that bandwagon, man. There's another one B through my way. Wasted Toys. Sick ass.
Thanks for not
packaging.
sharing with me until now, B.
Hey, same with me, dude. A lot of times it's Thursday afternoon, and I just start seeing the Toys Alive DM just go nuts with things flying into it. And I'm like, all right, yeah, pull that up tonight. Will do.
I like that. That's really crisp, clean, and easy. Like, just really sleek. Good job.
Smart, man. Like realistically, I don't know. I know B is joked. We say that a lot on here, but it's just a nice, clean, simple, fun piece. Katina Customs. So again, this is one B would have tossed my way here. Damn, just saw this one though. Uploaded 2 hours ago. That's fresh. Nice little Halloween looking fet.
Yeah. Little pumpkin fet.
Pumpkin fet. I like
Yeah,
that.
I've seen that one. That came across my feed not that long ago. I like that one a lot. The little Lucky Charms edition for little midget.
Oh, jeez. There must be something in the air then, because this dropped 3 days ago. Oh, hell, you know what it probably was? I think Dookie shared this in their story, because it's not often that we see this fucking hungry backer.
Yeah, it had to have been Dookie. That's how I saw it.
Yeah. Damn. I love how that works, man. So often, like one of the toy dudes ends up sharing something, the rest of us ended up getting on board of it. Another beetle. So again, B ended up sharing this with me earlier in the chat. Looks like the person takes actual buggies, adds 3D printed beetles. I can get down with that too. Oh shit, here's one painted.
There you go. That's really good.
I wonder if the hydraulics on the legs actually like work for
move or
articulation.
articulate.
Yeah.
At least move front to back. They don't have to go up and down, but like if you could pose them, even if you don't have to. But the way that they're set, it looks like it's on a cup that can pivot forward and back.
That's kind of it.
The front of the car and back. It's really cool.
When even the way that it's here, those almost remind me that we see Kerfloss use all the time when he's currently making his sculpts.
There's a video of it. If you go back to his page, maybe it shows right there that work in progress. To see if they does he move them? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't matter. It's still really awesome.
Oh, it's a great idea, man.
Super interesting.
I even like the small little details like this here, like the light patch up. And
where the headlight and the roll cage or wood that they use to block the inside of the.
Smart. And of course, this is dope.
Yeah, shiny
shit.
Right there.
For any of you who actually use the
print your own.
There you go. I'm glad you knew the words. Dude, Rubber City Toys is somebody that we've brought up a couple times as well. $3.95. Blows my mind sometimes when that's. This is Dorma from XDFL.
So bomb the ball.
When I know
people are, I think that's the new thing that's going on right now, unless I'm missing it, is everybody's doing those mad ball faces. Yes.
I have seen a couple mad ball heads recently. I mean, I get it, man. Like, we all at some point or another have loved mad balls.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, Dookie, man, if anything, I'm obsessed with that one that you did, man. And I really, really appreciated that when you were on, you explained the head on your Hungarian backer for that one, man. And Tom Aschenbach, artist. So I know that currently he's going to be trying to clear out the shop a little bit before I move. I'll be moving soon, new state, trying to get as much molding and casting done as I can before packing it all up. So if anybody is on their page, sees certain things, they're just kind of like a little bit of a grab from Tom Aschenbach, artist, hit them up. I know that if you go to their Etsy store at the moment, it'll actually say that it's on a current break. Dude.
That creature guppy face is awesome. Pinned one, yeah. It's almost like a Chinese koi fat face on him.
Well, I think it ended up being a rubber ducky.
Even better.
Right?
Even better.
Dude. Oh, Plastic Geek. That makes sense, man. The critter ball. Absolutely. And critters are always a banger, man. There seems to be like a huge cult following around critters. Man, we've talked about it a couple times on the show. 3D printers are entering a whole new level.
Well, I mean, if you can sculpt digitally, you're going to be able to do way faster and be more meticulous than you can with your physical hands, just by the limitations of sculpting and like then touching the thing, as opposed to print it and it's solid. But a lot of these dudes, as soon as they get like paint apps down, like look at the eyes and face under that helmet.
That's what I was just thinking, man.
Like, but that's what's going to make or break your prints. The fact you can sell them to other people, yeah, that's fucking cool.
Fuck, that's a sick piece, man.
Yep.
The head with the alternate head that has the helmet on there.
Yep.
Damn.
Really good.
I couldn't even imagine what they're priced at with, because somebody's even asking that, like, what do you price it when they're painted? And it's like, boo, I couldn't even imagine, man.
I mean, if they're fast, like I'm not knocking work. That looks like silver, like if I was to mimic that, silver spray paint, dry brush, going on the couple joints, cool, whatever. That's still $40 worth of fucking paint on top of your figure, and that's a quick one. Look at that, and the meticulous of that, and especially like what is that gray nameplate that he had on the chest and like the stickers on it? Sorry, that thing is like instantly $80 to $100 worth of fucking paint apps and time put into something.
And you nailed it, like, because even I'll admit I'm at that point right now where like I know for a fact, like with my paint apps, I want to get faster at them without losing quality.
Yes.
And that's how you get good at doing full runs. But like you're saying, man, even with pieces like this, like unfortunately, just like the layers and the drying time involved.
Some of it's just gonna fucking take forever. I mean,
exactly. You can't rush it.
With the blow dryer, right? From a distance with heat. Save yourself 10 minutes on a tackiness so that you can get another layer in. It's still gonna take you 4 days to paint the fucker.
Well, especially look how clean all these guys came out.
Look at the dude in the front there. How many different colors, like especially on his helmet. That guy right there, to the in front of the blue one. His helmet alone has those little red circles around the orange, and then the blue dot on the eye. Fuck off.
All the little wires. You nailed it on the stickers too. Stupid, man.
You gotta pay for that. It's awesome, crazy job.
Street Fighter SPX, I got a bunch of critter stuff. Always a classic. Man, the critters and loved dearly, dude. If anybody hasn't grabbed it yet, I'm just putting this out there. Kajiki Toys somehow still has one of these fucking Arcane Dunes available. This was a gorgeous figure, man.
Somebody is missing the forest for the trees on that one. So good.
I don't want to say they're underrated because I do think the people that know about them understand they're a very talented maker, but I feel they somehow fly under a lot of radars and they make some of the sickest shit, man. For instance, like look at the stupid pricing on these when these dropped. 35 each plus shipping, figures 5 to 8, 40 each plus shipping. It's like, homie, what are you talking about?
It's like he's giving a 20% discount. Please buy my toys. They're awesome. Like, fuck, okay.
His GI show pricing, ridiculous. Like, and I feel weird about that. I know we're not like supposed to really talk about pricing at times, but dude, 35 plus shipping or pick up the gruesome twosome pack for 60.
That's a $55 to $60 figure. If you're asking me what I'd be willing to pay for that, I'm glad he prices it where he thinks it's successful. Like that, probably, Bistro, 60 plus shipping should have been the cost of just Bistro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For 5.5 figures, man, the quantity of resin added the paint apps. Yep. Yeah.
Worth every dollar and double it. So good.
Wild. Yeah. Great maker, man. This drop was wild. This was a gorgeous figure. There wasn't a bad one in the bunch.
No, exactly. And like, if you're asking me, perfectly priced. Look at how beautiful that purple one is. You're tickling my purple jeans right there, but fuck,
Oh,
so good.
sorry, man. Popping into the old DMs there. Yo, I couldn't not pull this guy up.
Yeah, no
Hilarious, man. So what's sick about this, in my opinion, too, is one, if anybody ended up catching their resin version when they had it, rad as hell. Two, I might know two different individuals who have the means of being able to like boot that figure and the permission. So at some point or another, like I think we're gonna see more resin copies of that figure, and this dude's now gonna have vinyl copies. So anybody who missed out on the resin copies will be able to have a resin version to sit next to their. Yeah.
So coming from a bootleg guy, everything should be fucking bootleg. I don't care.
Oh
But
no, yeah. But so
for
admittedly,
me, I don't want to fight somebody's style. That's the thing.
yeah, and that's kind of it. So like the reality when I say like permission is I mean like this dude clearly did some sculptural work to this piece and made it their own.
Totally.
And they're just they were kind enough that like when somebody asked them about it, they were kind of like, I am done with this figure at this point. Like it's ran its life with me. If you would like to do something cool with it, like that'd be neat, from what I understand. But they've clearly also now made sure to get this made into a vinyl as well. So I'm interested to see what these look like, man. I think they're gonna be fun. It's interesting to see now with vinyl. We are starting to see things like a 3.75 Star Wars figure get made into a vinyl in the West. And that is kind of interesting when we like think about like the history of bootlegs and like where things might go in the future. It's like,
Yep.
that's pretty interesting that we basically almost have like a blow mold or almost like a soft vinyl of a fucking Western made toy from here. And then yeah, last page would have been these guys here. Zymat Co has got his drop. I want to make sure to pull that up real quick. Boom. Because if anybody didn't catch that, this is what we were talking about earlier. He even posted
Melty boys. The rainbow underneath black melts off had to be what, like paint thinner to get that effect?
I can't quite make sense of it, to be honest, man.
Fucking choice. Like it reminds me of those
dumb.
crayons you had as a kid that were like black but rainbow underneath. So good.
I'll admit, when I was looking at the one with the black, I, for whatever, like I couldn't quite place how he was getting it.
That's the only way I could picture you do it, is literally rainbow it, then seal it, paint it black, and before the black is completely sealed, then like pour paint thinner and let it do its thing, and then let it dry. It's the only way I could figure that out. Obviously, he has it figured out before that, or like, what'd he do? Rainbow, put a bunch of strips over it, paint it back, pull the strips off.
Well, that's
glue it.
I guess where I'm getting confused is the pour area, because it would look like maybe he drizzled some red down, but then you've got this beautifully airbrushed blend happening.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm kind of like, well, the fuck? Yeah, Plastic Geek, you're absolutely right. The black could be hand painted. Like, for instance, I know we looked at this one, I think it might have been last week, Disc One, Mecha Ducky, if you're hiding in the chat there, calling you out. But homie ended up actually doing this one here with one of those crinkle paints. But then unfortunately, the way the crinkle paint reacted, he basically had to go back over every single one of those black spots and meticulously paint it in.
Oh, poor bastard.
Yeah.
You should try that. I know you can cheat with that crinkle paint if you just, there's a lot of artists, street artists, that use heat. You just spray paint fire. The fire burns and makes the paint separate like that too. Watch those like 2-minute painters that do the solar scapes. That's how they do it.
See, and there's a couple dudes in the scene I feel like that do that. And then I even saw somebody earlier today. It looked almost like you were saying it, where it's almost like you would, as a kid, do all the crayons and cover it in black, then use like a coin and scratch it off. I saw somebody else did like effect almost like that earlier today, where I was looking at being like, did you literally like spray between coats and then scratch off areas? Like, did you have tape there and peel it away? Like,
how'd you do it? It's really just. I like how it makes my brain tweak and figure that out, though.
And then at the same time, I do like that there is a certain level of respect in the scene where I feel we'll see what somebody's doing, but you don't quite snag it. Like, so for instance, um, oh, frick, Kachina Kachina.
Mhm.
They use this really nice mask that I don't know if they've made it themselves or if they grabbed it online, but it's almost like a honeycomb mask. And I see them use it quite often, and I really like the effect that they get when they use it. If I can find a post where they've. Now I'm gonna look like an idiot.
It looks like they're using like,
It's like mesh effect.
yeah, but it looks like it's like that foam stuff
There.
that you get like a pear apple in. Yeah, like that.
That. And what I love is that even though like they're doing that, it's not quite the same, but
That pocket salsa piece.
high proof toys.
Hmm.
It's almost like they saw that, liked that, adapted it in their own way.
Yep.
And that's where I'm like, yo, that's sick. Like you no way do I think you stepped on their secret sauce. I can tell the difference between a Kachina Kachina, and yet I love how you guys like maybe saw that on your own, but you ran with it, and like it just looks it's such a sick little detail on those turtle guys to just toss it on the shell
Oh,
of the
even
eye.
on the eyes, yeah. Well,
And
what
you
is
can
that? That's a flow rider. Well, obviously, so Sofubi in Japan and everything, but like that came from what, low riders originally? How they used to do the lace over the top of their cars and then spray.
smart dude. I wouldn't have thought about that. Guess you being a bit of a car guy would definitely kind of lean more a little bit. Oh fuck, Rex. I use Tool Ribbon. Well, thank you, Rex Shop Resin. It looks fantastic, man.
Yeah, wicked smart, wicked smart. Yeah, well, they have that awesome ribbon that's like pre-punched because it was used for like confetti, right? But it's still the strip. You can do shit like that too, right? I'm sure that's what they're talking about.
It is a little embarrassing sometimes when we're on your guys' page talking about your work and then one of you chimes in of what you're doing. I will admit it does feel a little awkward. Yo, I asked you if you grabbed it earlier, and I promise I'm gonna start grabbing names.
Plastic Geek, yeah, the CCs from Glyos. Oh, sorry, Plastic Geek right there is talking about the early paint jobs on the custom apps for a lot of the custom corps. That's exactly how they were painted.
You're a purple guy.
Yes.
We were talking about these earlier. This is that other Canadian. So this piece, whoever grabbed this, kudos to you. This is absolutely fucking gorgeous. And what a pain in the ass this piece has to be to fucking make, man. But this is the one that B and I were curious because I asked B, I was like, "Did you get this?" And he was like, "No, man. Did you?" I'm like, "No." And then right away in my brain, I'm like, "Did Inee Toyz get it? This thing's so fucking colorful." Like,
I would have gotten that, absolutely. That is fantastic.
well, you're gonna be upset because this was the one that dropped this morning.
Sure. Oh, I'm sure it's fucking gone.
Oh, dude, they flew because, and I even like when I was telling him, I always watch out for those ones because the reality is like back to like when we were looking at green plastic tunnel stuff and how um the molds on them, it's like the undercuts, the semi-porous areas, all those parts where it would fuck up your mold potentially and just get botched resin casts from it. Not to mention it's 6 inches in height,
Yeah.
and he had
It's
the
not a
arborist.
3.75. It's literally 5 or 10 times harder because you've got to get balance points and everything else with the fucker.
And then like the Zenolith is the rock one that he used to do.
Yeah.
And then when he retired that one, and then the arborist was one before that. And like he even said to me today, like when I was talking about them, to be like, dude, those fucking wrestlers are always gorgeous. And he was like, man, they're a miracle sometimes that these ones would work, and they use so much materials that like when the mold is done, they're done because it's just not gonna
Oh,
happen.
it's got to
It's
be
like,
violent on the mold to every one of those pulls. You
dude,
get one pull, you go, okay, I didn't break what I pulled out of it, and the mold's okay, hopefully for the next one. And you find out if it's good when you pull it the next time, right?
and that's just it. You're kind of crossing your fingers. Like, fuck, that piece is gorgeous. And I love this. Like, that's the stupid fucking
So
sculpt.
stupid good, but how it comes out is fantastic.
stupid, man.
There was one of the inside of the molds for you on that one too. Just crazy.
I wouldn't even understand how you like vent something like this or what you do for that, man. And this multicolored one, it was literally looks like fruit. And yeah, so Plastic Geek, when I pulled up the website there, those are Canadian pricings, 50 Canadian. Same as this guy's 50 Canadian, 25 Canadian. Like, what could this Raisin Dead possibly be? Admittedly, I have a Raisin Dead, and I saw this, and I was like, respectfully, I'm gonna leave that Raisin Dead for somebody who does not have a Raisin Dead. I have a Raisin Dead, but it's 25 Canadian. I don't know what that is in American.
Like
But
11.
like, silly pricings, man. Underrated artist. Oh. Anyways. As I was saying a little bit a moment ago before I was pulling up those Angry Beast, if you guys haven't chimed into the chat, I'm going to do a quick little spinny here. It's going to be for that E2K $25 gift card. So if you would like that, please end up chiming in if you haven't already. Stormcoat Station, we got to get you in here for a collector tour soon. That picture that you posted recently of your fucking collection looks gnarly, my dude.
More collection picks, damn it.
Yeah, everybody. We need more collection picks from everybody. Man, honestly, collection picks and unboxing videos. I want more unboxing videos. I live for those.
You just gotta save up for 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, man. That was a long one to save up for, dude. If I know it's hard to be able to put it down to like one, but if you had to say like when you were looking at that pile of boxes, what one was kind of like screaming at you the most to want to open up?
I like all my pieces very much. That's why I fucking bought them, goddammit. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought them. But I wanted to see how big this guy was in hand, and I wanted to see how good the white to purple was, and the back glow on. So the Dingy Dave, like
Dingy Jave, he's definitely made waves quick, man. I feel as though like anybody I know who really likes toys, they're pushing Dingy Daves very fast, and I don't feel he was on the scene very, very long before that was happening. You're so quiet, just charging up your toy.
Yeah, because now we can actually see what they do, right? Like, that's not white. That is purple glowing white right now. Ah, cool. Yeah.
And if you had to take any, like, I'm surprised you don't have anything on your radar right now that you're just like absolutely need, man.
Honestly, I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to buy stuff that I only see that I go, oh fuck, I need that.
That's fair.
So when I started getting back in, I'm gonna sleep on that. You can close that fucker now. Getting back in, there was a big like, oh fuck, I need all of those because I've been out for so long. And so I kind of went like, oh well, there's a lot. And now it's like, okay, well now I can fill in the areas that I want. And oh, that artist led to this guy, and now I want a piece of that one. But also I need 3 more hurt pieces. Or hey, I can't wait to get my new box of titty. You know what I mean? Like, so all good shit.
Well, the titty one's nice because it's almost like passive toys. You just know that there's gonna be more toys coming in.
Yeah, he goes, oh, by the way, here's the cool thing I'm gonna fucking send you next month. Ooh, okay, cool, you know?
That's exactly it, man. And then sometimes I'm sure it must be killer to like see what everybody else is getting and like be almost wondering where the hell they're ending up, like you and B were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's funny, he knows whose mine is now, that son of a bitch. Yeah.
Oh, man, do you find that there is a small
Yeah, right.
is it like a competingness of amongst artists or collectors? Like, do you almost kind of want to have like the shit that other people don't have? And Johnny Brule is asking, can you please show their glow in the dark figure in the dark now, the Brulio one?
Yes, yes, I can. what I do with my life. So, I'm just glad figures go to people who will love the figure, but there are some figures that I'm like, BJ, you son of a bitch, I know you're the one who beat me to it. And then I'll see it up in his feed later. I'm like, fuck you, BJ. And I mean that with love, but like, yeah, you're like, oh, so Pocket Sauce is the one that got that one last week, or, oh, congratulations to a certain person winning on the wheel of everything, Colin, you fuck. But no, still going good. I'm just happy to see pieces go places and in a collection where somebody's gonna love. So if I get it, cool. If not, fuck. But sorry, Plastic Geek, I'm not down. I sold off probably 80% of my Glyos 5 years ago on the Facebook group, and now all I have left is old good shit that I will probably buy more at too.
I love it, man. So for everybody still in the chat, I'm gonna pull up this wheel real quick. Some of you know the drill, some of you do not. If you have not chimed in, you do not see your name on the wheel, or you have not heard your name on the wheel, please chime in and we'll get you on that wheel. I'll give it a spin. We will touch base after the show. I will get your email address, and then you will get $25 for E2K, aka.
You can pull me off of that since I'm on tonight. And
oh, fuck that, dude.
No, that's cool. And you're gonna throw Resin on there and
Resin blood?
Yeah. I mean, if you know any of the homies that are always watching should be on the list.
That's basically it, right? Timmy Toyz, Suki, Dylan Clement, Pocket Salsa, Plastic Geek, Fletcher Sandvik, Yakamov, Dre Zays, Street Fight, SPDX, Worst Villain Ever, Carolina, Coca, Jazz Wiz, King Dangus, Von Fake Name, Resin Blood, Hurt Toys, Name Studios, Linton, Rap Boy, Bliss Receptors, Storm Station, Uncle Spang, Dookie McFart, Stifle, Baba Drock, Goblin Mob, Damn It Dave, Sassmac, Toy, Rack Shop, Resin, Brett Porpoise, 00, Johnny Brule, Folklorian, Grey Skull, Toys, Street Fight, SPDX, One Things, and Death and Strawberries. Is Street Fight SPDX on there twice? Yes, they are. Boom, boom, boom. Nice try there. Yeah, Nim Studios, good luck, or best of luck. I don't think, has been even chatted in tonight?
No.
You know,
he won't even be on it, and the fucking wheel's going to pick him.
See, I feel bad. I feel as though you guys have said it so often that he's almost afraid of chiming in. Sometimes he's like, if I talk, they're going to put me on the wheel, and then the wheel's going to pick me, and then everybody's going to hate me, and they're going to come to my house and beat me up and steal all my toys.
No. To me, it's one of the most funniest fucking things ever. Just like I know everybody says Lord Zymot, but it's also in love and in jest, right? So, besides, Colin's a fucking beautiful person, so good on him.
This is true. The reality is, I feel as though Colin has actually sent a lot of toys out there in the universe, and it's kind of like the B and I joke, man. The wheel really is like a karma wheel. It almost listens to those in the chat that need it. Well, if nobody is chiming in saying that they are not on the wheel, then I'm going to give it a spin and let all you yahoos get on with your evening. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody that I would see.
Brett says that Colin's always watching.
Yeah, I bet he probably actually is, though. That's what I mean. He's probably afraid to chime in. He's like,
Colin, you little bastard, put your name in there.
Hail Zyma. Hail Zyma, 10 fig newtons. All right, I'm spinning this wheel, you yahoos. Nim is on there, right? Yes, boom. Folklorian is too, boom. My goodness. Sorry about this, guys. Going into a 3-hour, 20-minute one tonight. Oh, look at that.
Hey, DNS.
DNS getting $25 gift card. Death and Strawberries, man. I should know your email. Yes, I do know your email, so I'll make sure that I get that over to B to the J, but otherwise, still make sure that I'll just say hi to you after the show anyways, because I like saying hi to you. And I know you actually got some sick toys in recently as well, man. I get jealous about that shit. Got a new Toys Alive toy as well. A Plastic Vomit Customs. That Brulio piece is nice. Brulio's making waves fast, man. Fucking Casually Narcissistic, I think, has like most of Brulio's drops at this point. Dude is scooping them up. Rapid fire. If you guys haven't, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm just saying competition. Gotta buy shit.
The old competition. Consume, homies. If you've all seen the movie Obey, no, what is it? They Live. There we go. Then you'll know. Yep. Just consume. Can you imagine if that movie was just called Obey? Hot damn.
I bet you
Oh.
somebody thinks the movie is called that because they have a shirt. The eye
Stupid.
roll that you just did was worth it. It's okay.
You know, underlooked piece actually, in my opinion. Junk Fed's got that rad as hell They Live piece, and it says Obey, but it's basically got the Andre the Giant done up in the blue paint app with the stupid scarring all over his face, like the weird alien pock marking or whatever. That's some fucking Inception shit. I like that.
The double back. Yep.
If you guys haven't, check out the Toys on Tap with Verse Villain Ever. Check out the I always get it wrong. Aftermarket bootleg, black market bootleg. Is it aftermarket or black market?
I thought it was black market bootleg.
Black market bootleg? I don't know why. I feel like that's just. I always feel like I'm gonna get canceled the moment I say black market. Black market bootleg tomorrow. Week after that, the worst villain ever. Been a sick night, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did not expect to be here for this long.
Look at this shit. I had a hell of a time. Love you guys. Thanks for having me on.
It looks dark over there. Before we let all these yahoos go, did you want to give us a quick little look at your glow fiends?
Yeah, sure.
One last little glow look.
I will knock everything over a 10th or 12th time here for everybody.
Please don't.
Yeah, let's get everything up one more time. That's what she said. And I'll get an actual picture of this glow stand and put it up later. There you go. That should be good. There's a bunch of glow. That's Sporozoid. Good job, Nim. And that's the actual glow for you.
I somehow missed that beautiful fucking General Porpoise most of the evening, man. That guy is sick. I love those hard gradients that are sitting in there.
Yeah, that was one of the... I didn't get him this time. That's one of the ones I took down, but when I saw Porpoise posted, I told him I had to buy it. I claimed the fuck out of this guy. He said it was one of his testers, and I said, nope, it's mine, damn it.
It looks like one of those hard candies. They'd be on a stick, and they were shaped in a triangle, like a cone.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking? Fuck.
Yep.
Porpoise, man. Another fucking killer one, dude. All right, homie. With that, I bid you farewell. Thank you very much for chiming in.
Great week, everybody.
Inee, man. Boom.
Appreciate you. Have a great week.